That must be a sexy water dummy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Midnite Snak podcast, where we have the goods to keep you up at night. With me today, as always, is Austin. Say
What
hello.
up?
My name is Brandon. Turn off that light for me, please, because we are whiter than we usually are.
I mean, we're white anyways.
yeah,
Well, at least I am.
not that white. Hold on, let me flip that over. It's going to distract the ever living shit out of me.
Wow,
Justin's
that's-
also here, as always.
Yes, he is.
Pushing
Yes.
buttons, but doing it inappropriately.
Every day.
Speaking of
Yeah.
which, Justin, could you pull up my podcast cheat sheet? No, none of that shit.
Your email?
No,
Your
good luck.
email?
I don't think it's there, so you're just gonna have to look up Google Docs.
Oh,
Sorry,
So-
I'm not prepared.
today.
Like a good old Boy Scout.
well,
It's kind of buggy.
yesterday I got, like my Halloween costume that I was going as. I was going as Thor, and Seth's going as Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of my pieces came in for the costume, and it's Thor's hammer. Bro, that thing is sexy.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's probably like 10 pounds.
Oh, it's one of
maybe.
those steel ones.
It's actually not steel. What it is there's metal. You can tell that there's metal in it,
Yeah.
but the outside of it is a really, really dense, hard plastic. And then it's made to look like metal. And then there's
so there's
actually
metal inside.
Inside.
Okay, yeah, I know. I've
But
seen those before.
that thing is like, if you hit somebody, they're done.
Yeah.
Like, they're either knocked out, and I mean, you can just keep
All
hitting
right.
them and bludgeon them. But
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
I mean, on topic. If I were to dress up for Halloween, what should I dress up as? Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Speaking of which, are we doing that at our house?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that was the plan, right?
Are we doing it
I
here?
just-
Our
I just-
house is
I
not
just worry about
anywhere near
Ashley.
ready.
I just worry about Ashley.
Well,
Our house isn't ready. Our house is a little bit.
what
It's 15 days from
what
now.
I think we talked
I mean, that's
about
true,
too
but that's a lot of
was
work.
I can clean up in one night.
Yeah, just like upstairs.
'Kay.
Just keep it strictly upstairs. Unless someone's using the bathroom and there's like one of us needs to be like, I gotta take a shit.
Or
And
And
it
then-
depends on what kind, like how many people are we talking?
Well, it's everyone you would know. So it'd be.
so just you.
It would
Yeah.
be. Okay, so it'd be me, Mackenzie.
hillbilly.
Me, Mackenzie, you, Justin, probably Lydiana would
Yeah.
come. I would imagine.
Well, if Justin does his job right,
Yes.
What's that mean?
Wait, yeah.
we all know what that means.
Ooh.
What
Seth, I would imagine Seth's girlfriend, but she's okay. She's a little bit
Of a
Yeah.
bitch.
No. She's hard to figure out. But anyways, she's cool nonetheless.
If you're
but
watching, hi. I
no,
don't know who you are, and I already called you a
no,
bitch. That's
but
a good
she
first impression.
just it's hard to figure her out. Sometimes she's cool, and then sometimes it's like you don't know what you're doing.
Is that for cancer?
So you're.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Ex-girlfriend is what you're talking about?
No.
that
Anyways, it
bad.
would be them, and then probably Teague.
No, he can't come.
No.
He's Irish. I mean, come on.
I
Can't
mean,
accept the
so
Irish shit.
am I.
Yeah. Not really.
I
You're
mean,
like,
I'm Irish, Scottish, Swedish, and Icelandic.
You're off brand.
I'm a lot
Yeah.
of that region.
but he's like enough Irish. Like,
yeah,
you got to be a certain percentage before I consider you Irish,
yeah, that's-
Which, I mean,
that's
then
true.
again, technically I'm like 30%
think-
Irish, but
I
that's
think
fine.
I'm mainly what I am is Icelandic because there's a lot of features that I have that are very similar to Icelandic.
I know what I am because I decided to sell off my DNA so they could figure out how to weaponize my genome, whatever, or against
It's
me.
a great
I guess.
idea. I support
23andMe, love it.
Yep,
So now my government knows my DNA. Great, and all the 30 kids I have. Kidding.
Why would the government know?
You don't think the government doesn't have your DNA if you send it into 23andMe? That's the whole reason
But it's a
23andMe is
private-
as cheap as it is.
I thought it was a private organization.
No.
Yeah, and they sell
Well,
your DNA
yeah.
as well as your information
I
to
mean,
all
it's-
the other companies. It's like that's how they make most of their money.
It's just like when you use your credit card or
Yeah.
your debit card or anything, that information is being sold to other
somebody,
people,
yeah,
to somebody.
advertising typically.
That's
But
why you get these random phone calls, ads, everything,
anyway, I'm like
emails.
67.3% British Irish, with a lot of it British because my mother's side's last name's Ball, which for anyone who knows, Ball is a very common name in England.
That's why her teeth are fucked up.
Yeah, and then the other thing is it says I'm French German. It's like 34%. Yes, I think I did my math right. Yeah. But most of it's actually Switzerland. So, yeah. Yeah. They've actually legalized assisted suicide there, I think. So,
I mean, it's legal here.
no, it's legal in Canada. I'm not sure if it's legal here.
It's legal in
I
Washington.
thought it was for like seniors. It was legal for those.
It's
I don't-
it's
I don't know.
legal in Washington because
I feel like it's being abused regardless.
I will tell you, I've already looked it up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's what I landed on my hip.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Yeah, especially if that's cocked out, you know, the old
Yeah.
Kia key. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this. There's no immobilizer in here. I could, if you give me 30 minutes, I could steal your car.
Oh, speaking of which, someone got their car stolen at work.
Yeah.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Him.
I'm pretty sure you already know.
Him. Do you care? If we
Matt?
say it? Yeah. He lost his car. Now he's
It's a
driving rental.
Volkswagen.
Yeah. He lost
Yeah.
someone stole out of his driveway.
Driveway.
That piece of shit. That car is one of the worst cars ever.
I didn't know it was that easy to steal cars.
I think it's a
I thought it was supposed to be a lot harder to steal vehicles.
starts
Dude,
with
if
the
you know
T.
what you're doing,
The Kias literally all you got to do is under the steering wheel, you got to pop off that plastic, take out the ignition switch, take that out,
Yeah, let's tell
take
our-
a USB and just twist it, and ta-da, you can take off with the car, drive it completely, steering everything.
Yeah. But what are you gonna
So-
do with it afterwards? You don't have the key to it.
You just keep
drive
using
it.
the USB.
You just keep it as a stolen
Yeah,
vehicle.
because it has no immobilizer key, so you could just keep starting and stopping
But
the
what
car.
if you get pulled over? You're fucked.
Not really. You could just say, didn't get my key, and I saw on the internet you could do it this way, and then you could just prove that it's your
But
car.
You can't just get new license plates, can you? For a car that
you just
don't
take
Okay.
them off.
That's what I'm talking
Take out the VIN number.
Yeah, but why? Okay, if
I
I'm
just
going to
don't
the lengths of
understand it.
stealing a car, I would probably take it to a chop shop anyway. It's like I'm not gonna drive it around every single time.
You just
That's
sell
That's
it
what
to-
happened to my neighbor's car.
Chop shop, gotta love it.
What's a chop shop?
Chop
It's
shop
where
is
they sell your
they
car
take it to a
parts.
mechanic shop and then they break down all of the car parts and sell them on the black
Is
market.
that only like $2,000 worth of vehicles?
No. Engine
lot more.
alone is probably a couple grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
then catalytic converters at least
Yeah,
a grand.
They're made
So
out of titanium, aren't they?
no.
Or silver or something. I don't know.
Palladium,
there's-
palladium and platinum,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
got a
There's
per its
British.
name, it's got to be a catalyst in breaking down hydrocarbon
Yeah.
gas that isn't burnt off. So it breaks it down into carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. That's the
But-
only purpose. Otherwise, your car would run better without it. It's just to prevent
And there's
hydrocarbons.
no other metal. There's no other metal they could have used to make that work.
No, because the best solid catalyst is probably platinum. Second best is probably palladium. The reason they don't use platinum as much is because it's expensive as fuck.
And it's heavy. isn't
But
it?
the reason is it's not very reactive. When it gets hot, it doesn't react with oxygen, so it doesn't oxidize as much. And then if you need it to react with something, platinum is typically the best one to do it with. Kind of like how gold's probably the best conductor. Maybe
They just
silver
don't
might
use
be,
it.
but I can't
Quick
remember.
question.
Gold
I did my
is-
math earlier, but I don't know if it's right. Okay.
Well, we know you.
Yeah. So with our new wage, we would be getting around 46 grand a year, correct?
Just from that wage itself.
Okay, it
without
depends on how
tips
many hours you work.
Or
Hmm?
with tips and everything.
I think it was without tips. But I was also not collecting in tax. So that's just straight
Okay,
pay.
so you're talking if you're
I
working.
believe.
are
But
you-
make sure that my work is right. It's like $46,000 or $47,000 a
So
year.
are you talking about 40-hour weeks for 50 weeks?
Yes.
Okay,
40
so that's
hour
2,000
weeks.
hours. That would be 34 grand. Yep. See how I did that math like that
Yeah.
before you even got it? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But that's easy because it's 2 times 17, and then you add the zeros. But
It'd probably double, not quite double that with tips. So
Um,
basically 60,000 a year is supposed to be, but
let me see. Tips is about $19 an hour.
Not anymore. It's been trash shit. Today
Well,
it's
yeah.
$40. I only got 40. Everyone didn't get any
But
higher
that
than
average is based off of more than just 1 week. That average is based off of year to date. So
Yeah, but
from
it's
January
Friday.
to now, that's what that average is
yeah.
set off on.
I understand that, but it's Friday. I've never had that bad of a
And not
Friday.
only that, it's payday Friday. So
Yeah,
it should be
that's
one of the
what
best days.
surprises me. That's
Yeah.
why I'm so surprised and baffled by how horrible it was.
It could just be a
We got
strange
this-
anomaly.
We got the same amount of sales as last year. We're just not getting tips anymore. It's about the same exact sales.
I delivered today. I delivered to 3 mansions, huge homes,
They
no
don't
tip.
Yeah, they don't tip very well. Yeah, no, I got okay tips. I mean, I got stiff probably 4 times today.
I made like 30
Stiff, by the way, is a zero.
$6,
How much
$36
did you
today.
get today in tips? Remember? I only got
I think I
50.
made 68, but that was including gas or mileage, so
Even
it's
that.
probably closer to 40.
Even that's
And
not
that was in
great.
3 hours.
Every day
Okay, that's okay.
I've made under $45 that I've worked this week, except for one.
They
One
must know
day-
I'm leaving soon because, man, they're being nice to me.
One day
I've had 3 above $20 tips this last week.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The highest tip that I've
Haven't
had
had
this
that in a
week
while.
was $10.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
honestly,
leaving
same.
soon, so you get to take all my tip
I
money.
haven't had anything above 10 either.
Yeah.
I've had like maybe 3 10s, but nothing above that.
Mhm.
Like whenever I see 10, I light up. I used to
Yeah.
be like, oh, that's cool, but now I get excited for it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyways, how much would that be a year?
With tips, it's probably
No,
That'd be-
not with tips, just straight pay.
it's 34,000.
34,000
50 weeks.
plus
You'd-
time, or
40
it's
hours.
17 an hour.
Yeah, with 17.
You'd
hours,
probably
so-
make close to $75,000 a year if you include tips and mileage.
Yeah, it's about double this. Right now, no, but once things get better, hopefully, yes.
With no benefits, and that's why I'm still leaving, regardless of the pay change.
Yeah,
Um,
makes sense. Okay.
So,
Okay, so I did something wrong with it.
could you
then.
remove that calculator so I can read?
But anyways, for Halloween,
Yeah, what would I dress up as? Thank you for bringing it all the way
I
back.
think, because I was gonna bring it back when we were talking about the cars.
Be a pussy ass
Um,
bitch. I could be a pussy ass bitch.
I think. Ow. I think honestly, like, what if you did fuck, what's that name? What's his name?
I don't know.
From work.
No.
What the
No.
fuck? Why would I go?
Go as Caitlin. Walk on your knees and go as Caitlin.
You'd have to invite Caitlin in that case.
What I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's true.
it's kind of a very obscure. No
we're
one
prob-
would understand
if
it.
you guys are okay with it, we're probably gonna. I was thinking they'd do it the day before Halloween.
Day
Wow.
before, so
Sunday.
Sunday before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the Sunday, because apparently, we're all gonna be working Halloween. Because I was.
I'm not.
Yeah. But
I might not be. I'm about to quit too.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
I won't explain details now, but I'm not too happy
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You were part of it, yes, last night a little bit.
well, yeah, but
that wasn't the majority of it. Receipts. That's all I'm gonna say is receipts.
receipts.
Could you check and see if we
That's all I
if we
gotta
have
say.
any comments?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Receipts.
Just receipts.
Oh, you
Should
talking about the
understand.
machine,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I won't
Yep.
explain why or what.
dude? I never
No.
get. I
No,
never get
okay.
any write-ins, anyways.
So I literally have a list that I'm gonna leave, and I think I've referenced this before, even on
Mine
stream.
too.
But I'm
I
leaving a
will
list of things that need to change, not only physical things at the store, like the Coke cooler leaks at times, or the make line needs to be changed or replaced. Although they seem to have fixed the issue with not being cold enough. Although I'm not sure if it's just that or if it's more or cold enough in the store. Anyway, and then there's also some not physical changes that need to be made. One thing, there's a certain coworker that needs to be fired and needed to have been fired months ago. So I'm going to reference him by name because I don't really give a shit at this point because he is a shitty ass employee, coworker, whatever you want to name it. He's a poor example for everyone. Following and no,
Well, he's not the only one that's not doing that great either. It's quite a few
he's setting
other
the
people.
example. Not only that, he yelled at my wife and yelled at the manager, which is completely inappropriate, and you should have been fired that day. And he hasn't been because for some reason there's rose-colored glasses from our GM about him for some reason, and I don't understand it.
I brought him up last night. Remember?
Yeah.
I said fuck him. Remember that with Caitlin last night? Like,
Dude,
you kind of got hit pretty hard in the head.
Yeah, he's like, I don't remember shit.
All I remember is pain.
No, well, okay. Whenever someone argues, I kind of just shut off.
Uh-huh.
So I don't really ever listen when someone
Yeah.
is arguing and I'm there. I'm just kind of like,
Doing your
la di
thing.
da di da, you know, like I'm in my own little world,
Yeah.
doing whatever Austin
But
does.
no,
up there.
I have a list of things. I gotta revise it a little bit. Let's see how I'm gonna revise it, but I'll probably do that the day before I adios.
You know, it'd be kind of sick if you would go for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of clicked it, like a Marine or like a Navy SEAL.
I'm too fucking fat for that shit.
A Marine?
Yeah.
No.
You need
Yeah.
to shave
No.
your hair,
Dude,
too.
no
There's some
no
big
Marine
Marines.
is 240. Oh, sorry, almost 250 pounds now.
In muscle, yeah, maybe.
No, like no Marine is going to be that weight because as far as I know, the classification of weight that you can
It's
be,
the beard.
that is true.
It's
I could,
the-
yeah,
It-
but
you would pull it off in that aspect, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you just put on a vest or some shit, like you
I'm
just
scared of stolen valor shit or something.
just do that. I mean, it'll hide. It'll look like it's normal because that adds on. It makes you look big, anyways, when you have all that gear on.
I guess. But again, in the
I think that would look
military, there's
sick.
a weight limit, and I think that weight limit's like 230 pounds, so I'm way above it. And they only let that or allow that for some special forces. Otherwise, you good luck.
But
And you
other
have to
than-
be physically fit too.
Other than that, I'm trying to think of things that go with the beard.
Mm. And also considering that you and Seth are going Marvel, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
I don't want to spend money, so
I think-
That's the thing. That's
I think
everything with Halloween.
Yeah.
because Mackenzie is a redhead. She's gonna go as Poison Ivy. I think.
Well, you guys aren't buying. the
If you're
costumes,
gonna
right?
do canon, sorry,
Canon?
I just played a couple of the Batman games, and let's just say the thing that she wears is nothing.
Yeah.
She wears a vest
It
that
was-
covers
it
her
was funny.
breasts that kind of goes behind her ass. She's wearing a thong panty, which is made out of plants. That's what Poison Ivy wears. That's it.
But she
So it's
was
like-
it's funny because it's really funny because all she wants to wear, I've always wanted to dress up for Halloween, but not like you and how you go all nerdy. I just want to be a slut.
Yeah, that's a good
Alright,
thing.
I'll be a slut too.
She goes,
guess.
I really just want to dress up in a Hooters outfit, and just, I'm just like, why do you want
I'll
to do
dress-
that? She
But the
goes,
problem
I
with
just want
that-
to do it
the-
just because I can, and I'm like,
I'll
I
dress-
understand
The
that.
problem
but,
with that is that's DC and you're going as Marvel.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's still in the realm in a sense.
I mean, kinda.
I'll wear a Hooters outfit with your girl.
What
and
then? I'm
she-
gonna
she
be
won't
fat
feel
Batman, and then my wife's gonna be Catwoman. I don't have enough. I don't have enough time
What
to get
Fat
Mathesy.
Do you guys make your costumes or are you buying them?
So I'm doing a little bit of both. So I bought
Obviously, the hair is made.
yeah,
Duh.
the hair's made. So the hammer is bought. I didn't have to do anything with the hammer, which I was thinking about buying the the axe.
Oh yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Because
Not Mjolnir, but a
the
Stormbreaker.
The suit that I
I'm
got,
such a nerd. Damn it.
because the suit that I got is from when he gets the axe.
Okay.
But I am a personal fan of the hammer. I hate that he lost or does not use the hammer anymore.
Oh, if you watch the new one, you realize that he doesn't have the hammer anymore. Anyway,
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
that was so
but
stupid. That's so dumb.
Doesn't the girl have it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I don't
she,
remember the character. Jane Fonda, I think.
yeah, something like
Foster.
that. But
whatever.
whoever played as Padme,
Well, that's Natalie Portman, but her
Yeah.
character's
Yeah.
name was Jane.
You should get a lead hammer, so it's actually really heavy.
it is the
Oh,
one
it
I
is?
actually have is like
Tungsten.
10 pounds.
Hey, yeah,
Tungsten.
There you go. Yeah, that was trying
So-
to
Yeah,
think
the
of
120 pound
Yeah.
hammer. That's like, got it. I can't swing it white.
Yeah. That'd
But-
be funny.
Because they tried to
Um,
get a strong man to try it, and it just doesn't because you don't have a long enough handle to swing.
It'd probably break the handle eventually from the weight.
I think they reinforced the handle, but yeah, I think that's one of the problems.
Yeah, but So then the suit is just like fabric, but it looks like it's not. But
Okay.
what I'm probably gonna do, for a lot of it is sew on so it has that 3D dimension and not just kind of
Okay.
that one dimension kind of aspect. It still looks good, like the suit still looks good on its own, at least through the pictures. And it was the only one that I could find because I really like it because it's all black.
Yeah.
It's the all black,
Yep.
what suit I'm talking about that
Yep.
Thor has. Okay, I love that suit. Like I just fucking fan of it. But I'll probably just build on top of it because it gives you guidelines on where everything is. If I can, that's if I even can build it. But we'll see on when I get the suit and what I
the
can
problem
do
with
to
going
make
as
it better.
Batman is I couldn't do that voice for that long.
Oh, I'm Batman.
Could hurt.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
Batman.
no.
I'm
I
Batman.
just have to
I'm
smoke
Batman.
like
I'm
3
Batman.
packs.
Oh, God, fuck. Oh, I ruined my throat. God damn it.
You can go as Bane.
Fuck you.
You
Sorry.
can go as Bane, bro.
Now I feel like
I don't
have
think
to
I'm
get a
that
costume.
swole.
I mean, he's not that jacked, is he?
He's supposed to be.
Is
In
he?
the comics, he's supposed to be. He's supposed
Yeah,
to be
but in
like
the movie,
8
I don't
feet
think
tall.
he was.
No, in the movie he
that.
was Tom Hardy, and he's not that tall, but he is still relatively big. Not that Bane. That's the wrong
Bane,
one.
Bane from Batman.
That's the wrong one.
You should have got this, Austin.
Oh yeah, now that'll be me.
yeah, but yeah. If he had the hair,
Yeah,
that would be really fucking funny.
that would be.
That would be really fucking funny.
You wouldn't even need cotton or anything. You already have the belly.
Thanks, asshole.
Just get a really tight shirt.
Okay, I don't think I'm that fat. Thank you very much.
No. But like he has a really tight shirt, and obviously it's.
And I don't drink alcohol, so I could never get that. Why are we
No,
looking at costumes?
Is it kind of like that?
It's okay.
Darker.
It's all black. Like the suit is. I
Oh.
can actually
There you
pull
go.
it
You
up
could be
real
Doctor
quick.
Strange, Brandon. since
Anyway,
you're a
I
doctor.
don't have dark hair.
You could dye it.
No, I'd rather not.
No,
This just doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
A
So
woman as Spider-Man?
here,
I mean, there's that
that's-
sexy Spider-Man.
That's it.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
I
think
like
it's
that.
I think it's all fabric though.
Oh, okay.
It just
It looks like part of it is plastic though at the top. The clips at the top might
yeah,
be.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But that's because it's all one suit. You can see that it's
Okay, so for Halloween, it would have to be something that I can buy and that works, and I don't have to put in a lot of effort toward it.
you
Because
should do the Thor because all you have to do the fat Thor. That would be fucking funny.
I just don't have hair, and I
'Cause-
don't really want to wear a wig the whole time. You know?
Well, I mean the wig's cheap. You have the beard. I mean you don't have the length
Yeah, I
of
know.
a beard. But what you could literally do is just
well, yeah, of his beard when he's fat, sure.
because it's like
Yeah.
down. But you could totally do that because what you could do is buy you could find it easy, either off of Etsy or some shit.
Avatar?
Yeah. You basically have to be naked.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's like one of those.
It's a bodysuit.
full- yeah.
You know, it'd be really funny if you went fully naked and painted your penis like
What?
the hair.
Well, I think this is like one of those.
With the little pink tentacles coming out of it. Yeah.
You know, like the green suit and the red suit, that kind of shit. I think
It's
that's what
called a
that is.
bodysuit.
Yeah.
I just swallowed hair and it was like
All right,
But it
we'll
was
have to
attached to my
continue
head.
further down that road
Anyways,
of what I should go
that's-
as Halloween if I decide
that's what
to,
I got.
because got a Halloween party happening in about 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. My sister's having a Halloween party. It's not something I have to wear a costume, but yeah, we'll see. I don't think I will. So
Fall closed.
on the topic of delivering for Domino's, I believe I may have brought this one up at one point, but I didn't actually fully go into the details. So this was probably a year after I had started working for Domino's. I was by myself back then. I didn't have my wife, didn't have either of you guys, so I was by myself. And
it was more than the
to be
costume.
honest, I thought that was a woman.
Him?
Yeah. I was trying to think who I thought it was. I don't remember. Anyway, But on one of these deliveries, of some deliveries, this happens or occurs from time to time, that you get asked to have an absurd number of items that you have to grab from the store. And in this day, it was 10 Dasani 20-ounce waters, which, let's just say, when you're carrying 10 of them, it is a heavy fucking bag.
Oh, yeah, I can bet.
Anyway, I finally get to this customer's house. I'm at the front door and I'm knocking for like, feels like 30, 40 seconds. The waters are starting to weigh down my arm. I'm like, God, man, I'm starting to get weak. And then I hear people coming from the backyard to the front, and this guy is automatically pissy for some stupid fucking reason. And he's like, could you move your car? I need to get my truck out. And I said, I just need someone to sign the receipt and then I can go, because at that time we had to have everyone sign the receipt. I was like, just sign the receipt and I can go. And he's like, fine. And he scribbles and then hands it back to me. And I'm like, my arm's like starting to give out. I'm like, here's your 10 fucking waters, bitch. And then, no. I never watched that show, so I don't understand the reference. Although I kind of do, but not really.
You've never watched that.
I never was fascinated by the show. I just didn't think it was going to be good.
Ooh, I'm going to be the Scarlet Witch for Halloween.
You're going to be the Scarlet Witch? What is Lydiana going to be, Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Or Vision? Sorry, I guess Vision is her romantic partner. But long story short, that was a fucking nightmare. So I eventually did move my car out of the way. Obviously didn't tip me, but it was 10 waters. It was so fucking heavy. I don't know if it's 20 ounces by weight or volume. I think it's by volume, but being water, it's by weight as well. So that's what, about a pound per. So yeah, that's probably about 15 pounds. And it weighs you down. I'm not going as Kenny, fucker.
That'd be funny though.
I like how you didn't think I saw it already in the corner of my eye.
I think that'd be so funny. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
Yeah, whatever. Anyone can be good at it. Just cover your mouth. I'm gonna go as Woody.
Oh no! Oh no!
Woody the Woodpecker.
This looks like
No,
something-
but like you could go like something like that.
that
No,
looks like something you would maybe do.
Me?
Predator.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of looks like Predator, but not
Yeah,
really.
that's sick actually.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
dope.
Other
That
thing.
itself is $130.
Yeah.
by itself.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, when this would have been 2017.
sick. That's cheap.
Man, that's such a long time ago. Before I started working at Domino's, I tried finding other jobs because I was 17 years old and I wanted to eventually make money. And my girlfriend at the time, being my wife now, was working at a McDonald's. So I was like, fuck it, I'll work at a closer McDonald's than the one she works at. Let's just fucking try it. So put in an application, go through the first interview. Guy's super nice through the first interview, and he says, we're going to set you up with a second interview, which, knowing what my wife told me, the second interview isn't really an interview. It's just, okay, what are your hours? What's your availability? You know, your scheduling. Turns out it was a interview for some reason. And this manager, I show up, I think the interview's at like 2:00. So I show up like 10 minutes early and I wait there. I'm sitting at the table waiting for this manager, and I'm sitting there. He's 5 minutes late to the interview. That's $120. I'm not going as Jack in the Box head for $120.
Just get the whole.
No, because then I got to buy a suit. You know how expensive that can get? Especially a good suit. Anyway, stop sidetracking me.
I'm trying to find a Halloween
So-
costume for you.
So this manager walks in again, like 10 minutes late to the interview. Fuck you. 10 minutes late to the interview. And he hits me with like why should I hire you on as or as a part of my team? And I just said, I'm dedicated. You know, I've had other people tell me I'm dedicated. I work well with others, that kind of stuff, going down that line. And just got off on the wrong foot. The guy was you could tell he was not invested at all. He didn't actually want to hire me, and you could tell, or at least I could tell. And I look around. I don't think I could pull that off. I was looking around, and I saw that everyone that was working there, aside from one guy, were all female. So I was like, Well, this could mean one of two things. Either there's just a lot of women that want to work at McDonald's, which I doubt, which is probably true.
Perfect one for you and Ashley.
Or or
That's funny.
his
It's not that
hiring
expensive.
practices or anything, but
What the fuck?
what's the word? Oh yeah, it's a smiley face. It's from an old horror movie that didn't
Bro.
really make that much money. It was an indie film.
Look at that.
I think Shane Dawson was in that film too. Just weird.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was a YouTube based. I can't remember,
You
but
go as Anakin Skywalker.
I would look like swole Anakin Skywalker. Guy's not exactly like huge.
Oh, you know what'd be really funny? Is if you you'd have to be bigger for it though.
You
never
mean
mind.
fatter or
Like
Swole.
yeah, like fatter for it. You can go as like a what trimester would you be?
pregnant?
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I
could-
can
you
push out
could-
my gut for some time and make it look like
Well,
I'm like 8 months pregnant, but
Or you could get like a fat belly. I'm pretty sure I could find one pretty
yeah,
cheap.
but they're expensive though.
well, not necessarily. I could probably find a cheaper one.
Nah, double D's too.
That would
Just-
that would be really fucking funny though. Remember when we all went? So one year
Oh,
for
I gotta
Halloween,
pee.
for one, for one, for 1 year, we all went as nuns. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Or
We're all guys, and we all got bras from our sisters.
do you
and we
know
stuffed them?
who Brandon Rogers is?
Brandon
He's a
Rogers.
YouTuber that does skits and stuff like that. All I'm saying is he's over the top like
Oh.
I'm over the top.
You should go as Peter.
The guy that's like, oh gee, I spotted a cunt. Good day. Like that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who he.
You know, it'd be not Peter. Peter Griffin.
No, fuck
Should go as
off. I'm
Peter
not.
Griffin.
I'm not even close to that. I would have to shave the beard and add like a stupid fucking butt
Or
chin.
you could go as Hey Peter.
Nah, I'm not Joe.
Just get a wheelchair.
Then I'm just a disabled guy.
I don't know, man.
Anyway,
I'm thinking of ideas.
so at the end of the interview, I didn't get the job, and I think that he was sexist, and I also think that he, from the very beginning of the interview, didn't want to hire me on for some reason. And I talked to
Because
the,
you didn't have a vagina.
yeah, I know. Yeah, he didn't know that. I talked to the owner because your dad used to know the owner. And I kind of knew his name and I roughly knew who he was. So I eventually came in about 2 weeks later because they're like, oh, we'll give you a phone call in 2 weeks, which I knew at the time was we're not hiring you. But I decided 2 weeks later to just play naive, and turns out the boss is there. So I talked with the boss. I'm like, hey, I just had my second interview like a couple weeks ago. I was just coming in because the manager was supposed to give me a call. Eventually, the manager does contact me. I don't even think he calls me. I think he just texts me and said, yeah, I'm not really looking for anybody at this time. And then, what is it? 4 years later, I get an email saying, do you still want to work at this McDonald's? It's like, hell no.
Damn.
Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah, honestly.
No, because, okay, the interview process at McDonald's is absurd considering that the amount of skill that is required to work at McDonald's is so low that it's like, if I'm living, if I'm breathing, if I can lift a finger and if I can do a job, then I can work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, lift a finger.
Yeah.
You should. Okay, have you ever watched Trailer Park Boys?
I'm not wearing those glasses. Fuck you.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Rick, I think it is. Rick, white, the reddish beard, the red beard one.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, but I wouldn't be able to pull it off because I don't know anything about him.
This would suit me pretty well.
Oh,
I'm
you would
a
basically
banana?
be Seth for one of his.
Oh
Yeah, because he was a banana, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Should have gone it as a gorilla.
He literally. I told you about that, right? When he said to the waitress. Yeah. So we were at Applebee's because we always go out.
Yeah.
Whenever we do it, like we normally that's the first thing we do, and then we come back and play games and shit like that. So we go out. So we're all at Applebee's, and we're all in costume, everything. Everyone's like, "Oh, that shit's cool," because
Yeah.
we're all decked out. Well, at least some of us are, and some of us, just have silly costumes on. But Anyways, all the waitresses there were just decked out,
Yeah.
you know, and it was really cool. But no one else in the whole entire restaurant was in a costume except for us, which made us feel
It's
even more.
Applebee's. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. But it made, I don't know, I like it because it's just fun to do. But anyways, so we were there, and she's looking at Seth, and he's wearing the
Spandex.
it's yellow spandex, but on top of that is fishnet stockings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he's wearing that, and he's sitting there, he's in this banana costume, and she like looks under the table and like, you know, like looks at him, not like inappropriately or anything. She was just like, why are you wearing fishnet stock? Like you could just tell that's what she was thinking. And then he goes, you like what you see? And he like generally did not mean it like that, because we literally, everyone at the table started dying laughing, and she got immediately quiet. And
then he would
like,
immediately go red too.
yeah,
He's
he
like,
did.
oh
And
shit.
he was covering like his face. He's like, I did not mean it like that. I am so sorry. And she's like, it's fine. And then she like never came back.
Yeah.
I think like she came back one other time to check us out, but we were all like
Are
waiting.
you trying
for
to look at my
refills and
second
everything.
banana? No.
I might actually get this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What
This
is that?
Stranger Things.
Oh, well, I don't know what that is.
Final
Kinda
season.
cool.
I want to get like like something body related to that too. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Went
well-
off the rails with all this Halloween shit. Trying to talk through
It's only
everything.
$20
else. You
too.
guys keep showing me shit.
It's discounted big time.
Is that Wish?
No, it's on Amazon. It's normally $50 now.
Oh.
It's like 18. So
Nice.
Yeah. Apparently Prime Day didn't do too well.
guess not.
No. Oh yeah. So I learned, of course, after doing 8 hours of dog walking, that doesn't count. So I now have to do 8 hours of laundry.
Have you done it yet?
No, I haven't done all 8 hours yet, but
Oh,
I should
just
be able
done
to
any-
achieve all 8 hours before the November 1st
Okay.
date.
How did you contact them? Did you do it through email or did you call them?
You could through the website, and then
And then after this, can you help me set up?
yeah, because you're
they're-
running out of time.
I am running out of time.
Yeah.
So, because I thought it was 6 months. I thought we had until
Then you might be able to say that. Hey,
January,
I
February,
started.
March,
I
April,
thought
May,
I thought I
June,
had
July,
until
August,
January.
July, August, September, October, November,
January.
December. I thought it was January.
It is. Yeah, you could just say I thought it was January. I forgot that it was like I didn't know it was November. I'm currently enrolled in a place. I'll be able to get that time.
Yeah.
They'll probably waive that off and be like, okay, yeah, I can see how he got confused. Parole versus the deadline, whatever. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to get those 8 hours before November because
Yeah.
that's what I heard anyway. I don't know if that
Before November starts or at the end of November?
November 1st I thought was the date, which seemed really soon. You know.
Yeah.
I think if you have a partial and you can send that in at least, then they'll probably be okay with it. But yeah, no, apparently you can't dog walk for community service for some reason. I don't know why, because I So yeah, I gotta win. Sunday is one day, and then Thursday is another day. Next week, I think that I have to do laundry. Yay! So, yeah, that's fun.
Probably 4 hours each. I'm guessing.
No, each shift is about 2 hours. One of them's 3 hours, so it's like 2.5. One of them's 3, so that's 5.5. And I've already done 45 minutes, so that'd be like 6 hours. So I'd need one more shift, and then I'd be good.
What do you
go.
have to fold? Like what kind of laundry?
It's actually a lot of shit. You'll know
Is it
when you
like
get into it, but
towels,
it's more
clothes,
than just
clothes?
laundry, because you also have to clean out the bowls, the toys, the leashes, like all the stuff, everything
I
that
thought
has
that
to be
shit
cleaned.
doesn't count.
What?
I thought that didn't count.
What do you mean?
For is it so like the community service actually counts towards the violation and everything or whatever, the community service, so like that's a part of cleaning out bowls and all that.
So the job would technically be you're in the laundry room, but the laundry room, you're doing more than just folding towels and shit. You're also cleaning other things. For some
Gotcha.
reason, it only counts if you're doing manual labor. So that's technically manual labor. The other one that they do is landscaping, but they don't really need any of that done as far as I know. So because I was dog walking, that's not technically manual labor. It's more of a specialized labor. You not really get like cleaning or doing any of that stuff, so it didn't count, which
Gotcha.
sucks because I got those 8 hours and I thought I was good to go, but apparently not.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah. Oh, great. The next thing. So, for those of you who aren't living under a rock, there's this show that came out on Disney Plus, and I decided to torture myself with the show, knowing that it was awful. A show called She-Hulk. It's exactly what you think it is. It is a nightmare to watch. I was bored through half of it. None of the jokes landed. Shocker, a show written entirely by women and performed by a woman wouldn't really have jokes for me. Shocker.
Should go as Bob Ross.
I don't think I can talk quiet enough or long enough for that.
You don't have to talk like him. Just go as a Nazi.
Oh no.
And then have Ashley be the Jew.
No. And then just constantly like have the what is it called? The Ruger pistol? Yeah, the Ruger pistol, and just bring it up when I think there's a Jew around. Just stay under the floorboards. Just fucking run downstairs and be like, found him. It's all right. We're all safe here. There are no Jews.
One thing I'll be getting within probably 2 months is an AR-15. Yeah.
You're not very good with your money, are you?
No, because well, I wasn't answering no, but that was something that even my mom said was a good idea. Because
Problem is the ammo is
with that
hard
money.
to find.
Yeah, but it's actually my buddy hooked me up with a accountable website. I forgot what it was, but I can just go back in our messages. But it's cheaper to buy online and buy stock than it is to go to the store. It's like it's over 1,000 rounds. It's like $300 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like over 1,000. I think it's over 1,000 rounds. Anyways, which I mean,
It doesn't get you that far.
yeah, but it's somewhere. It's just it's a start.
Yeah.
So I might do that. But yeah. So I'll probably pick up an AR.
Hopefully your background check doesn't fuck you up there. It may just take more weeks because, as far as I know, misdemeanors don't absolve you. Well, not absolve you, but remove your ability to buy a firearm. So it's going to take longer because they're going to see there's a blemish on your record. Now they got to make sure that everything's okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
So.
But anyway, She-Hulk. As much as I don't want to talk about this, so I heard the news that the show was coming out. I also heard the news that most of the writers are women as well. And I'm like, gee, I wonder.
A problem.
No, not a problem. But I knew
it's
in
what
this
they
day,
did with it.
I knew in this day and age what they were gonna do and what they were gonna run with it. They're gonna be like, girl boss, she can do whatever she wants. She's the best, whatever. Like, no storyline, no level of feeling like she's gonna fail, no level of development in the character. She's just day one, she's boss, she's good to go. It's like, that's not a story. That's just you telling me that women rule the world, which if I wanted to listen to that, I could just watch a video that's 10 seconds long instead of a fucking video that's 30, 40 minutes long with bullshit comedy. But I watched the first, I think the first through 4 episodes of She-Hulk. I had to stop after the 4th, otherwise it's gonna blow my brains out. It was just fucking awful. And as far as I know, the 5th episode, she twerks with Megan Thee Stallion, the one clip that everyone sees, which is so fucking stupid. And
She-Hulk twerks?
I don't get it. I don't get it. The CG.
You don't understand twerking, or
I don't understand why they thought that was a good thing to implement in the show, as if that's going to bring any audience forward, instead of ridicule from critics or people like me who watch the show and go, why the fuck is this here?
I probably won't ever watch the show, but probably be in some porn scene, so we'll get around.
Yeah, but I don't think her version. The CG is poor for current days. It's not good at all. She seems stiff. She seems blocky at times. her green skin is very green, and at other times it's a little bit more naturally green, meaning a little bit closer to skin tone, but green, kind of like, you know, how the Hulk progressed and becoming a little bit more realistic. In the show, the Hulk is realistic because they have that model already, but the model that they had built for She-Hulk was just, it's inconsistent and it's blocky, it's stiff, she doesn't look like she's looking in the right spot. Her facial reactions aren't exactly right, and I kind of already knew the CG was not going to be very good, regardless of what, you know, Corridor Digital tried to put out as propaganda. I lost respect in Corridor Digital a little bit because of their.
Look good. I didn't
so.
I didn't like the onesies.
Wait, hold on.
So.
I might.
But
hold on, I think I have.
It was not very good CG, and you have all these experts saying that it's really good CG. It's just because you're expecting so much. It's like, it's not very good CG. You know, it's not Scorpion King level CG, but it's in that uncanny valley where you can tell it just takes you out of it. It doesn't feel real, and not in a cartoonish way either. But the way that they start off with the first episode, which is, you know, how they typically start off, is with some kind of monologue. You see the character, they don't have their powers yet, but they eventually get their powers. You see that progression of them getting their powers and trying to learn those powers. Not in this show. In this show, she already has her powers, but she's talking to you as a lawyer going into her first case. And then after she gives her closing argument, her friend and this misogynistic asshole, which of course they're always going to write in a misogynist, the asshole that is completely unrealistic to this day. They eventually walk out. As she's walking out, she turns the camera and she's like, oh, you want to know how I became She-Hulk? Yeah, I'm already her. Here's a montage. And then you go to the montage. She fourth wall breaks, talks to camera. And the montage is so quick. It's so fast. It's like, all right, you're up to speed. It's like, what the fuck? Like, okay. She goes from how she got her powers was she gets in a car accident with Bruce because for some reason he's not the Hulk anymore. For some stupid fucking reason they put in some caveat to explain it, but it's really a horrible caveat. He has some technology on his arm that prevents him from switching into the Hulk because he's injured and whatever. It was so fucking stupid. So they get in a car accident. His blood gets onto her wound, and then she turns into She-Hulk. So already there's a bit of poetic. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's a bit of poetic happenings here where, you know,
not much, but, you know,
No, I know,
like-
but that's
like Eve came from Adam's rib, She-Hulk came from the blood of Hulk. So it's like, okay,
I think this is
I'll,
cool.
I'll keep looking.
here we
Yeah.
go. And
It's cool 'cause it hides the
you know,
face,
she
too,
runs
so you can
off
sneak up on
as
people.
She-Hulk. She eventually finds her way into a bar, and then for some reason she goes into the bar even dressed the way that she's dressed, and I don't know, a couple guys catcall her and she almost fucking murders them as She-Hulk, and then the Hulk stops her, and then later you find out that she can control her Hulk self, even though Bruce Banner had to struggle after like 10-15 years of like handling his emotional struggles in trying to control himself from not becoming the Hulk and then eventually controlling himself as the Hulk. It's like, that's a long progression that happened over many films, but not her. Immediately she can control it. It's like, there's no progression, there's no development, there's no turmoil. Why do I care about this character if she already has everything? What's the point?
They probably did that so they wouldn't repeat the same thing from Hulk. It would just be the same
You don't even
story
have to
again.
repeat it that way, but it felt so blech. Like, you know, she's Hulk's cousin, which I think that's technically true to the comics.
That's really good.
Was
but-
there a villain?
There's a villain every fucking episode. That's the problem. There's no main villain. There's no main group. It's always someone else. Are we doing a podcast? Are you going
Yeah.
shopping?
Sorry, you talked about Halloween, my favorite fucking day of life.
Snap
And-
out of it. We can talk about
I
it
do
later,
like that
bitch.
'cause it hides the face better. But yeah, I ain't spend that much.
Yeah.
That's the only
It's like
thing.
all the good quality is so much more because it's like handmade and like custom tailored to you. So,
So
anyways,
after it's established that she can control her She-Hulkness, Bruce still tries to train her to prevent herself from becoming the Hulk because that's not something she's able to control. And then also her abilities as far as what she can do as a Hulk. And of course, montage sets her up as being able to do everything the Hulk can do, but better. And I'm like, no, that's unrealistic. The Hulk has years of experience. She would be like a newborn baby trying to walk. It's not gonna work when you compare to an elite athlete who's been doing it for his entire fucking life as the Hulk. So that I thought that was complete bullshit. Like they were doing stretches and she showed off. It was so fucking stupid, and the CG didn't look very good. She's acting coy. He pushes her off a fucking cliff, and then she turns around and flips him off, which I thought was dumb. It wasn't funny at all. But eventually it comes down to her saying, you know, I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to be a Hulk. I don't want that responsibility. I just want to be a lawyer. Not but 2 minutes in the fucking show, she turns into She-Hulk to save people. It's like, do you have morals or do you not have morals? Can you just do whatever the fuck you want? Because at this point, that's all I think that you're able to do. You just do whatever the fuck you want. You say that you don't want to do that because that's where you stand. Fine, stand there. Oh, wait, no, you don't have to stand there because for some reason in this fucking universe, you can do whatever the hell you want. And that I was like so pissed at the end. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, random courtroom talking about something random, and some fucking supervillain busts through the fucking wall and throws a goddamn table at the jury. It's like, why, for one? Two, why do you need to intervene? And three, what the fuck is this show? Like, it got to the end of that episode, I was like, okay, that was the first episode. That's not very good. But I can't say this isn't a bad show if I've only watched one episode. So I watched the second one. She gets fired, and then she gets rehired. But the clauses of her new job is that if she's going to practice as a lawyer, she needs to practice as the She-Hulk and not as herself, which apparently is asking too much. And her first client is Abomination. You remember Abomination from Hulk? It was like 2004 or 5 Hulk. It was a long time ago, but apparently they bring him back. He's this ex-special ops, like royal forces.
Is that the one with the big dogs?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. No, that's like 80s, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about
I've seen that
relatively
one.
recent. Still CG, but not that great. But they take this, like, basically a super soldier that doesn't have any kind of serum, but like top-notch special ops, like Navy SEAL level soldier. They write him in this show as a hippy-dippy fucking loser. He's been in prison for maybe like 10 years, so maybe, but he's off by himself. But he becomes this loser. I'm like, no, you can't take a soldier, put him behind bars for that amount of time, and he goes to this, like, fucking, you know, you do what you ever, man, peace, love, war, fuck. No, that doesn't happen unless he's on, like, ayahuasca or something, maybe, but you know what ayahuasca is?
No.
It's a mushroom, as far as I know. It gives you a high that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, whatever. For me, it would spaz me the fuck out and I'd die. But
I mean, to get that feeling, why don't you just stick your hand up someone?
maybe.
Get
But
the same feeling, just not all over the body.
they bring in Wu from Doctor Strange as well. He acts like a complete dumbass, which
Is that
I was
the Asian
librarian guy. Yeah,
Or
they make him act like a complete dumbass.
I don't know.
I just like, really? And then she goes on dates with multiple guys through a dating app for some stupid fucking reason. She eventually finds a guy. Not only does she always, you know, in these tropes, it's like you get the asshole guy, you get the guy that's way too interested in her, like, She-Hulk form, and then you get that guy that's finally soft and sweet and whatever. The guy that doesn't exist. Said he was a doctor. I think he was a pediatrician doctor too, or surgeon. I can't remember. And then he was every girl's dream, the guy that you can walk all over. It's basically what it was.
It's like the old me with Ashley.
Yeah, the guy that you can walk all over, but, you know, is successful, has money, has aspirations, but you can do whatever the fuck you want with him because he won't fight back because he's not that masculine, you know. And of course, there's that one scene where she picks him up, like cradling him. Yeah, like a princess.
My costume, we're good.
She-Hulk?
Set. Yeah, that's it.
But no.
No, hooker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, same thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. but no, it's so stupid. She fights these weird demon things, and it's so confusing. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It was dumb. That was like really stupid episode. I don't remember episode 3. I blocked that out of my memory. Episode 8, I knew that Daredevil came back, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch for Daredevil, because I'm like, I like Daredevil. I like the Netflix series of Daredevil, and the guy who played Matt Murdock. I was like, he did it fairly well, and I want that character to, continue. They fucked that character so hard up the ass that it became a slut. A no good for nothing callboy. Just come here. I want to have sex with you. All right, I'll come over here and have sex with She-Hulk. It's like, what the fuck is going on? They made him this boy toy that she could just play around with. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Daredevil was someone who actually had some mysteriousness. I don't think it's the right word. Mystery to him. He's deaf, or not deaf. He's blind. Sorry. He's blind, but he can still see, but he's
We're not
obscure.
At work talking with Caitlin.
Yeah, I know. He's I'm a retard. But they made him just, I mean, obviously he did have his fight scene, but it just felt empty. It's like you just took this character that everyone loves and you made him nothing more than just a sexual object. You guys are just as vile as the people you accuse of being vile. Because I'm sure all of those female writers are like, how dare you objectify the woman and only make her the sexual object of a scene. And then they write in a scene where they take a beloved character and make him nothing more than a fucking sexual object. So at that point, I was just pissed and I turned it off. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And then I watched the finale episode, which I think I watched all the way through because it's only like 30 minutes. It was such a fuck fest. There's so much going on. So before the episode, she had gone Hulk and gone crazy. So she could no longer be Hulk for some stupid reason as a probation clause because she did damage and people are scared of her or whatever.
Emotional damage.
I know. She got emotional because some guy hacked her phone and then showed videos of her and Matt Murdock, having fun. And she immediately, in front of this convention, so she immediately punched the projector screen, whatever. I don't know how it works because that's a bit confusing to me. But anyway, long story short, she's now in legal trouble. She's able to escape legal trouble by no longer being She-Hulk, which...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Which, I mean...
I work.
Oh.
Which, of course, guess what? She eventually does transform into She-Hulk completely anyway. But this whole episode is set where both of her friends who are lawyers, the main antagonist of this episode, one of the people that she thought she could get help from, and herself arrive in the same place at around the same time. And it just turns into a, last fight scene where, the bad guy, he gets Hulk's blood or her blood and puts it in him. He becomes the Hulk. The Hulk comes in. Abomination comes in. They're all fighting. And then she turns into She-Hulk, and it's just a fucking nightmare. And then she goes, wait. What the fuck is this bullshit? She breaks the fourth wall. It goes to a screen like on Disney Plus where you can see all the fucking movies. She breaks out of her little panel, moves to another panel, eventually finds the writer's room. And from this point, I knew exactly who the writers are. Nothing but vain assholes. All they care about is the attention that they want. That's it. They wrote in the show to give them the ability to be in the show. She breaks the fourth wall. She walks into the writer's room. You have all the female writers around the writer's room. How vain do you have to be to write yourself into your own fucking show? What the fuck is that bullshit? You don't see that in every other Marvel movie or Daredevil where all the writers get to be seen by Daredevil. It's like, what the fuck is this bullshit? She eventually finds this stupid fucking AI thing that is purportedly writing all of the stories in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and she tries to fix her storyline. She eventually does in this stupid, obscure way, of course. Then she gets back into her universe, which isn't really shown, and she tried to play the trope, how Deadpool did, like, wow, I forgot my guns. Well, it must be that the studio didn't have enough money kind of thing. She tried playing that joke again. I'm like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Because the way she did the joke is like, okay, how can we switch to the next scene without it spending a whole bunch of money? And then they skip to the next scene. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. You started in this universe.
it's
How
only
did you get
funny when men do it.
and only funny the first time, you know? You can't tell a joke 3,000 times like this dumbass and think that I'm going to laugh at it.
That gave
You know,
me
like a hot
chills.
dog through a hallway. Sorry.
Didn't I say that?
You
One
said
time?
that so many times.
Yeah.
Hot dog through a hallway. Yeah.
I
It's like throwing a
forgot.
hot dog through a hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you talk about this already, or am I dumb?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay, I'm
talked
dumb.
about it.
No,
But-
you were looking at costumes. when you was
But she
doing it.
comes back into her universe, right? And still in the conscript of this universe, and as far as I know, she didn't write it out in the show anyway. She still couldn't turn into She-Hulk. Guess what? She's She-Hulk. She walks up to the main antagonist, and she turns from She-Hulk into the lawyer and said, "I'll see you in court."
Snaps to the neck.
Yeah, I wish. But no, she gets her boss
Right
moment
there.
by saying, "I'll see you in court" instead. I'm like, okay, wow, that's a great one-liner. You're good at one-liners. I'm kidding. That was the worst one-liner I think I've ever heard beside, you know, the stupid fucking one-liners that they try to do in Thor. Love and Thunder. That was such a stupid fucking movie. I don't know why I watched it.
Which
The only
one's
part
Love
I
and
liked
Thunder?
is when he flipped him naked. That's like the best part of the movie.
I didn't really
Wait,
like
which
it.
one is
I saw
Love
it
and
coming.
Thunder? I
It's
forgot.
the most recent one.
Oh,
But
I've heard like good things about it and then bad things about it.
I think it was dumb how Zeus was like in the movie. He
yeah,
should've been-
it was just a
It would be
pathetic.
cool if they
toy.
battled and shit, but
Yeah.
it was just dumb.
Yeah.
How they did it.
And most of these shows, they're so afraid of writing something new that it just feels it. I don't know what's the best way of talking. It's
They-
like
well, they
going to a
drag-
movie now is like eating at McDonald's instead of eating at a fine dining restaurant.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
get that experience where you're like, that was cool, that was new. Like I want to watch that movie again. Now it's like this feels like the same old, same old. I'll go again because you know
Well, it's just like
it gives
Star
me a
Wars.
little bit of that sustentation.
It was-
It's just like
sustenance,
Disney
but-
with Star Wars.
Yeah,
It would have been more fun if he battled Zeus in that movie, and that's it. Like
he
that was
kind of
the
did, but they
story
kind of
that-
pussied out
Yeah,
there.
But like that's the story is going after Zeus. Basically, would have been pretty dope. Not
Yeah.
just that one lightning thing. and
Yeah.
Done. Like, fuck.
It's like, why do you need the lightning thing if you don't have all the other gods? I didn't understand that part. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, then why the fuck are you still even there if you're trying to get all the gods to fight with you? You just
Isn't-
get his weapon? That's so fucking
What's
stupid.
Zeus's power, anyways? I thought-
Lightning.
He's supposed to be the most powerful.
Okay,
god
He's
so
the
what-
god of
I'm
thunder.
confused, right? Is
Did you
He's
watch
Greek
Thor?
mythology. Thor is
Right.
Norse mythology.
Yeah,
but
I
a lot of them
know-
draw from the same.
I know that, but what have always been confused because they have the same power. They're both
The
lightning.
right?
Except
Yeah,
except Zeus is more like Odin. He's supposed to be on the same level of Odin.
Hmm.
But Thor is supposed to be more like Poseidon or
Yeah.
one of the other two.
Well, it's kind of like they're top tier in a sense, and then they're more lower
Yeah,
on the totem
and that's
pole.
where Thor is supposed to be.
Well,
Of course,
Thor is thunder, right?
if you've
Wow.
ever watched
Thor
yeah,
is
Zeus is like-
thunder.
God of
Yeah, but
thunder, and he's
it doesn't
one
make
other
sense
thing.
when Thor's thunder, but he controls lightning.
Yeah. good
So-
point. Sure. Same thing.
It's like same thing.
Except whenever you look at Norse
would've been
mythology, it's whenever
cool.
they see lightning and thunder, they're like, "Oh, Thor's with us," kind of
It would
thing.
be kind of cool if you can like control thunder. You know what I mean? Like not the lightning. I know lightning.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
comes
can't do
from
anything
thunder.
with sound.
Oh yeah, you can.
Well, you
Oh,
could.
With
You
enough-
could
with
because
enough
like he could
decibels.
have the hammer, right?
But where's the sound
okay,
coming
wait,
from?
wait. I'm becoming the
ass.
writer in this story, bitch.
His
So
ass.
he has the hammer, right? And he smacks it on the ground
would
and it
be dope.
shoots us like a
Thunder
like a
So
a
like
wave.
Hulk's
Yeah.
clap.
And then yeah, basically just get the clap. Just go to LA, you'll get it.
Don't
real
worry,
quick.
She-Hulk. He does the clap and she
does?
tries it and it doesn't work and then eventually she's just
No,
able to
I'm-
do it
I'm
like a
talking
fucking
more
baby.
Talking more like, you know, watch out, watch out. John Cena.
I don't know. I like the lightning aspect.
I loved your face when you did that.
Because that's how dumb I think the show
Yeah.
was.
Well, I think it would be cool with like a shockwave if he like
Yeah,
hit the
I
ground
agree.
and it would
That'd be dope.
be like kind of like a sonic boom,
Yep. Yeah, I
So-
agree,
or
that'd be
even
dope.
just,
maybe in a later movie. they'll
or
do
even
that.
just like with the hammer in itself. Like they could do lightning. Like I understand where lightning comes from because you can't have thunder without lightning, but at the same
I agree.
time,
That'd be dope.
It would, or like he would just like swing it and then like shoot kind of like a, thing where like a lightning would go, but it's not the lightning, it's just the sound and like the
You see the waves.
the
and everything.
wave, yeah,
Well, you
the
can
shock
see,
wave
like, the
after.
grass and
I mean,
trees
you could
be
just,
pushed.
I don't know, create something. Don't
That's
get
the world's dumbest superpower. Yeah, I control thunder.
Well, both lightning and thunder. He can choose what he controls.
Okay, that's fine, but he's got to be both.
That's like a side thing. you
Okay,
know?
but like I don't know.
additional-
Anyway,
They're both really confusing, and one is super cool and one's stupid.
this is
In my own opinion,
who
I won't give my
think.
opinion.
This is who I think should watch She-Hulk.
Me.
The writers of She-Hulk and anyone who is the same as the writers of She-Hulk, because you'll find it funny. You'll think it's the funniest thing that's ever happened. You will find the show just absolutely amusing.
When do we need
Anyone
a
else who lives on
concentration
this
camp?
planet Earth, meaning that the most 99% of us, don't watch the show. I've gone through hell. It almost got me
we need to turn California into a concentration camp.
only LA, San Francisco, and
Oh,
Yeah, the
California.
outskirts are like here in California. They're all.
I don't see the point. Let them fuck it up so we can
Honestly,
have.
like, wait,
How are we supposed to know in history what
why-
is right and wrong if
why
we don't have the
don't-
example?
Why don't
Let them be Sodom and Gomorrah.
I come into being president, right? And then basically I'll take Trump's place of like build a wall, but just build it around
California. I think you would actually be able to get all the votes for that
Yeah,
too.
you probably
Every like senator and Congress person from California
can be country.
would say no, except for like 2 of them that want to leave.
Yeah.
But no.
You'd make California country in itself.
I would be
Yeah.
like,
sit
And then
everyone
nuke
there.
Portland.
Oh,
Nuke
yeah.
Portland.
Yeah, no, it's too far gone at this
no,
point.
I like what I would.
Oh, did you see? I was talking about earlier that the eastern portion of Oregon was trying to merge with Idaho to become the Greater Idaho.
No, I don't
So
remember that.
apparently, they're trying to push that through Oregon.
Idaho don't want nothing to do with Oregon.
No, Eastern Oregon. So this is like conservative
Oh,
Oregon. So
okay.
yeah.
Then
They're
I'm
like,
down
we're
for that,
tired of this
I guess.
Portland bullshit, so they want to join in with Idaho because they think that the Idaho's values are
Way
better, or that they agree with them more. And I would say that probably Eastern Washington, outside of Spokane, probably the same as well. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, it's true.
Same thing with Northern California. I mean, Northern California is not super liberal. It's mostly
Yeah.
conservative, although there's a lot of
They want to be their own state. They were actually
Methods.
about to be a state. at
yeah,
one
they were
point.
trying to be their own state.
California.
The only problem with that is there's a
North part of
lot.
California was going to be a state.
Oh
They're separated.
There's a lot of
I
political
remember that.
pressure against that from all sides, just because, well, not only are you adding to the numbers, so it's not as easy to remember that there's 50 instead now it's 51, and then you got to make a new flag and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That aside, that's not that difficult. But the main thing is every time you make a new state, you get 2 senators. So they wanted to make Washington D.C. a state, which I don't think they can legally. But if
Too
they did
small.
that, you would have 2 dedicated Democratic senators, and now
Yeah.
you would be able to always be in control of the Senate. And the same thing with Puerto Rico. They want to make Puerto Rico a state. Again, 2 Democrats. So they're just trying to do that to try to get as much
Yeah,
power as
take
possible.
advantage.
So that's the problem when you make a new state. However, Oregon or Eastern Oregon just wants to become a part of Idaho. So that wouldn't make more senators. It may, I believe, no, it would basically be the same.
It'd be
They
the
would just
same.
send their legislators over that they were already going to send over anyway. So
Yeah.
it doesn't change anything other than the
Shape.
geographical shape of Idaho, as well as the counties and everything.
Which
But
would be really weird.
it would be weird to get used to at first, but it'd be kind of a nice change.
So the cities need to be their own state, and then everything
Well, that
around
and
it
then,
needs to be
like-
ours.
Yeah.
And then we could fish both sides of the.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have to buy one fucking
Yeah. We'd have to buy 2 fucking fishing licenses
Yeah.
to fish on the same river.
yeah,
That shit's so stupid.
yeah.
That's weird. That's
But-
stupid.
Yeah, that.
But if you're in the boat, if you cross the halfway point, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it is.
I
don't get it.
yeah, I was gonna draw a conclusion from She-Hulk about how writing of everything has just gone down the fucking gutter.
Yeah.
So all the Star Wars movies are just plays off of the
The
or-
old ones.
Oh, the old ones.
treasure- the
Not only that, they
original
now come out with the show called Andor, which is a prequel to a prequel of the original trilogy that's a sequel to the prequels. Andor takes
just
place
mind
before
fucked
Rogue
me.
One.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Andor.
So you're talking about
Rogue One takes place before the original trilogy.
right.
This show takes place before Rogue One, but it also takes place after the prequels. So the first 3 that we know. Your favorite being
How do you do that? You can't. You can't physically do that.
Episode 3
Yeah.
to Rogue One. There's a gap in between.
Oh, yeah. See, okay.
That's what they
honestly,
do. They just fill in the gaps. That's it.
But honestly, I'm okay with that.
I'm not, because it's lazy writing. Make your
Well,
own fucking Star Wars world that's different from the rest. Go back.
I understand that.
You know how many Star Wars fans want to just go back to the old Republic, like the old
yeah.
times where their lightsabers are more like swords and it doesn't really work like the sabers we know today, or the powerful fucking Force users that were back at that time?
One thing
That'd
I
be
really
cool.
wish that they did was made a Darth Vader series on the time to where on the
like the
third
Joker.
movie.
He technically started as being Vader in the second movie.
Well, okay, but when he put on the mask, the uniform at the end of the third, you just see him go and he breaks.
And there's a
everything.
Vader series
right?
that they could actually draw from on that.
Yeah,
too.
they
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
That's more of what I wanted
Yeah.
for that middle part, because there's a lot of the middle part that is missing. And then you have, the true original trilogy, and then
you just wanted to see him murder more children.
I want to see Darth Vader do what he does best and get the reputation as Darth Vader in the costume.
Yeah.
Everything. I want to know what he does. I want to see him fuck up Jedis. I want to see him slaughter kids. I want to see all of it.
Would you like it like Joker, like the movie Joker, or like a TV?
Joker was a bit slow because it was
what do you
his
mean?
original story arc.
You never watched Joker?
Joker only killed
Like-
one person. Actually, sorry, 3 people.
Wait,
But
are we
2 were
talking
in self-defense, kind of, not legally speaking.
Because it's a villain movie. Joker is a villain movie.
It's setting up the Joker. It's Joaquin Phoenix.
I thought you
Is
might
it the
have
new
watched
one?
It's the newest
Ish.
Joker one.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's not.
Its progression is very slow.
Well, that and it's not because that character is not like the Joker that we all know and love. The Heath Ledger Joker.
Oh, and here's
They're
the
two
other
different
thing, though.
Jokers. They're
Every,
two
every
different-
Joker has a different starting point, and his name has never been known, nor do we know what his beginning truly was. Because not only is he an unpredictable storyteller, he will tell you many different stories of his past. Which one's true, you don't know, because he's unpredictable, and you can never know if what he's saying is true.
You know what's kind of crazy?
The whole father cut my and then the other one is
like
his mother,
it's just,
and
it's just stories after stories, but you don't know which one's true.
yes, that's the
Yes.
Joker's storyline, because one, he I think I just watched with my wife. There was an old Batman movie that was rated R. It was pretty good. Anyway, his storyline was he had a fiance that he was getting married to. The fiance was killed by the mafia, and the mafia hired him to do a job. He fell in the vat of acid, which is very common. The start of the story arc, and that's how he became the Joker at the very beginning. You don't know who he was, where he comes from. All you know is that one set storyline and that tragedy. Every time that he talks about his past, it's always a tragedy.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that you know about the Joker.
Mm-hmm. No, but I don't care. Like, this is really bad. If it's not the Heath Ledger Joker movie, I do not care.
I think Mark Hamill's cartoon Joker is pretty good. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
See, I'm not super big into cartoons.
I'm not either, but Mark Hamill does
And
a
it's
very good
really
Joker.
hard for me to watch cartoons.
So Luke Skywalker does a very good Joker voice, as well as laugh and everything. He plays the character very well. Of course, he's not playing it; it's voice acting, but it's done very well. I'd say he's played the Joker more than any other actor. So, yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. In fact, he's the Joker in the video games I played, 2 of which were awful.
Yeah.
I did not like those video games very much.
No, I don't know. Like, I just can't. There's something in my brain that just can't.
No, I can't. I can't
Watch
watch the
anything.
fucking the guy who played Morbius now.
Morbius.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh.
Jared Leto's Joker was a joke. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, don't try so damn hard. He's got to be mysterious. He can't be like.
Well, that and he was just a crazy, stupid Joker. honestly,
there was nothing to him. He was just
no, he wasn't well thought out and well planned like a mastermind. Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker's a mastermind.
And the original
he plays
Joker.
with people and he can persuade them, and he has this charm.
Yeah.
But also, like, there's so many layers to Joker all at once, and then there's more layers even behind those layers of behind Joker. Is how I kind of see him. He's like an enigma wrapped in an enigma.
Considering that Enigma is one of the characters in the
Yes.
DC Marvel comics with Batman.
So he's
Edward Nigma.
Yeah, he's just I
Nigma
don't know.
balls.
You can never. That sounded
I know.
like something else than what it was meant to
Big
say.
old black balls. Is that what you're thinking of now?
Yeah. Anyways,
Does this also get you to think of that too?
no. What
Dude, read that word.
gap?
Grape.
Gape.
Grape. Gaping. Festering.
It's like I'm on an episode of Blacked.
I'll gap for you.
Oh no, you're not that fucked yet.
True. No, but earlier I
I
looked
can
at
bring a
that.
couch with 5 black guys behind you.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, just sit crisscross applesauce. Sauce, and we'll take a picture and ta-da.
There we go.
Although you gotta be a little bit more pale and blonde for that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fair. I mean, I could dye my hair and put it up in a messy bun.
that's true. But
You know,
as far as I
Get
remember,
some breast
she's
implants.
tiny.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah,
It's just like, why?
I don't know.
Like,
Also,
don't you want something more busty?
5 guys, right? So let's think about all the holes in hands that a woman can use, right? Mouth, 1.
Yeah.
Vagina, 2. Asshole, 3. Hands, technically 5.
Feet?
You could technically do the feet, right? 7, but
Well, okay, but
That would be
do
one.
I want to
You
say
have to
this?
the
I do
problem
wanna
with
say
it
this.
is
Okay,
the
you
guy
can
doesn't
fit-
want to be the hands, right?
Oh no.
None of the guys want to be the hands. So count those out. You got 3 holes. That's it.
Tits.
Okay.
Tits.
Now-
No, because
No,
the way that
hold
you
on.
got to gang bang, the tits aren't really accessible because you got
So
dick and
you can
ass
fit
here and,
more guys in a
and a hooker.
No.
Your
Okay.
mother.
There can be
Oh my God.
2 in an asshole,
You're right. That's
1
true.
in a vagina.
Yeah, but what guy wants his dick to touch another guy's dick?
I have unfortunately seen it. Anyways,
Been through
As far
shit.
as I know, I don't know if it's physically possible to take 2 in the ass and 2 in the vagina at the same time.
I don't know about that.
Midgets. You gotta get some midgets.
Okay, wait. Okay.
We're talking about the
This is
theoretics of a
no,
gangbang.
no, 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 no,
right
no, no,
now.
no. I have a serious question for both of you, and I need to have it answered honestly.
What if a guy has a double dick?
Hold on, shut up.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched midget porn?
No, it's
no.
never. No.
I just.
Have
I
you?
was expecting a yes out of you.
No,
Honestly,
no,
I was low key expecting a yes over here.
I've seen some kinky shit, but not that.
Okay, I'm
Haven't
a little
we
bit
all?
disappointed
Love
because
internet pornography, just completely
I-
obscuring all of our innocence. You know.
I don't watch
At
porn.
age 12.
Okay, I will say this: I kind of do miss porn. Not gonna lie, like I really do, because my imagination.
I can tell you now, like everything else, it has just become like everything.
No,
else.
I know, but
Yeah.
my imagination can only give me so
all
far
of it's just
sometimes, man.
incestual porn, just step bro, step sis, step mom, step dad. It's like all of it's the same. Like you look at Pornhub right now, all the episodes, nice. All the videos will have the same fucking title: step stiff, step bro, step mom, step dad. It's like,
It's
what if I just want plain sex, like between 2 people who don't know each other? Like, what the fuck is going on here? This isn't porn. This is just family incest porn. which-
Okay,
gross.
we
might as well bring in the family dog.
Oh God.
I don't know where this was.
At
It
this
was actually on YouTube, and then I did some
Boobies.
No, I did some reconnaissance work.
How big
See-
is the biggest dick? Is that what you're talking about? or-
No. Anyways, there is a porn category where it is a male and a female, but the female has a dick.
Oh.
But
Futama?
but
Futama?
the woman does not use the dick and gets fucked in the ass.
Is that gay? Is that what you're about to ask?
No, I'm not about to say that. Why is that a
thing.
a thing?
I don't know.
Just don't have a dick and get fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Futari, I think is what it's called.
Maybe he's half gay.
Anyways,
I
did
think
some
it's because of the rise of transgenderism. People
I-
are like, oh, gee, what would that look like? And people being fucked up in their brains, they look for the most obscure porn because they don't feel anything anymore. Speaking from experience.
I unfortunately looked this up,
Kind of.
and I saw.
You saw two of them fucking each other. Is that what we're talking about?
No, I saw some interesting things that I wish that wasn't real and made me actually very sad in humanity. But yeah, apparently that's a thing I did not know about.
I thought you were talking about something else
No,
that
it's-
made
it's-
you
it's-
lose faith in humanity.
Oh, it's just, I mean, you walk outside and you talk to somebody and it makes me lose faith. But
Wait, I talk with somebody and it makes you lose faith?
no, I just go out into the public.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then
I know what
just
you're talking
speak-
about. I'm just being a
speak
smart
to
ass.
somebody, and I'm just. Oh
No, I
today
I can
have
tell
to
you
tell
why
a story.
porn has become so obscure is because internet porn has been around for what 10 years,
Oh, way longer
All right.
than that.
and I would say most guys start probably younger than 10 years old, or around 12.
I would
at the
say about
latest.
12.
If they
Nowadays,
started watching
probably
vanilla
not.
porn, right?
Everyone has fun.
Eventually, that vanilla porn gets boring, and you try finding something else, and then you try finding
how
something
is
else.
just regular sex boring?
So porn keeps developing into things that are more and more
Apparently
obscure.
Brandon knows.
What?
That's why I smiled. It's like he's
Because
kinda
it's just a
answering.
bitch being fucked, It's like it's like an addiction, right? You can't just keep doing it at the same level. You got to keep working your way up. That's
I
how
don't know.
it works.
I'm perfectly okay just seeing some girl just get dick down.
And that's good for you. But for a lot of the guys out there, there's a reason there's obscure porn like that is because there's a market for it, because guys are constantly looking for, oh, that's new. That's interesting. My dick got harder faster this time.
I understand the.
It's an addiction.
like anal and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I get that because, I'm a guy and there's an extra hole there. You know,
Yeah.
you
I
just,
wonder what that feels like,
Anyways,
And if I'm making her my bitch.
so
It's
yeah,
not.
but no, I have a story today. I think you might have heard of it.
Is it related to porn?
So I found this
No.
girl, right, and she had a penis. And then I started fucking her in the asshole. And I was like,
Caitlyn?
huh. No.
No, so anyways, I was
Okay.
driving on Meridian. You know where Cassie's Corner is?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that parking lot that Cassie's Corner is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the smoke shop. There's the-
Firefighters behind it. The
Yeah,
Pizza
okay.
Hut, whatever, yeah.
You know how you can only take a right out of there? When you're in that parking lot, it's only a right out.
No, dude, I take a left all the time through that fucking parking lot.
Okay, but
Not
you're not
supposed
supposed to.
Okay.
I understand it because
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
But I've done it when there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Well,
This
I got called and complained today by this fucking bitch named Karen.
Actually, their name?
I don't know, but
Okay.
she legitimately looked like a Karen,
Yeah.
and she lived up to her look. So I was getting into the turn lane to turn down, that way, go,
yeah, 187th. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
to, that
Yep.
school area, and then, yeah. Anyways, I was turning into the turn lane, and what'd you just do?
Nothing. It's fine. Keep going.
Whenever you said school, he was like, uh-oh.
Time to break some records, bitch. But
Not at that school.
anyway, so I'm turning into the turn lane while I'm getting into the motion of this car is coming right here. Here's the side of my car. Here's this car. She goes, lays on the horn, flips me off, continues to lay on the horn.
I would have just slammed on the brakes, stopped there, and wait for someone to fucking ram into her. It's like, fuck
And-
you, bitch.
And I was like, I literally looked and I was like, I'm about to get T-boned. Yeah, she called and complained about me, telling her that I was in her lane. Anyways, she literally was riding my ass for so long, she got my tabs. My tabs are expired by a month. Or not even a month. It expired this month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
mine
So
did
technically,
too.
you don't have to replace it. It's by
Well,
that day.
No.
There's a set day that it
not
keeps.
this month. It was last month.
Okay.
Anyways, she called and complained that my tabs were expired as well.
What a bitch.
So and I was predicting this because I saw her on her phone, and I was like, I bet you my
Call
whole
911.
entire worth
That she's calling.
that I'm gonna get a complaint when I get back to the store. And I was considering texting Caitlin right then and there, being like,
This girl's a bitch.
expect a complaint
Yeah.
from someone that's in the complete
Not
wrong.
my fault, but she thinks it's my fault.
But the problem with doing that, then it looks like you're trying to cover up something that you did wrong.
Caitlin is usually on our side whenever people are asking.
But anyways, so yeah, that pissed me off. Like that actually angered me. And I
Oh, shit, I did that wrong.
legitimately, she was following me for some time
Yeah.
because I think she was
trying to follow you to the store.
no, not to the store, probably until I stopped at someone's house to chew
Oh,
me out
shit.
or
Yeah.
that. And I was literally in such a headspace to where I would have probably got out and fucked her up. Like I was actually generally angry for whatever reason, I don't know. But that just pissed me off. Yep. That's
I'm trying to draw it out, you know?
Yep. And there's 2 lanes here.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
There's...
Yep.
And then here's the turn lane.
Yep.
Which means I need to do that too.
There's 3 lanes technically there, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's 1, 2, and then there's
and
this
then
one.
there's the turn lane and then the 2 other lanes.
Which, I mean, technically for a turn lane. Anyway, I don't have to draw it out completely.
Yeah.
Justin, can you show us so I can see if whether or not...
Yeah.
1, this is in focus, and 2, how I'm going to do this. I'm going to move my microphone out of the way. Oh,
Okay, let's
please,
see.
for the love of God.
Here, wait, yeah, turn on. Maybe.
It's
No.
not working.
The ring
No,
light's
it's
too
not.
bright.
It's
It might if I move the ring light. One sec.
Hold
Because I think it's just too bright for paper.
Can you see?
How about now?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
always better.
Okay.
All right. Is that
Oh,
focused?
wait, it's not.
No, god damn. Have me lean over so far. All right, this is the scenario. The bitch
Yeah.
is where that arrow is.
Yeah.
She's turning left from that position.
Yes.
You cannot turn left from that position.
Yep.
Austin is sitting in the middle where that left turn lane is, which would be right here. He's sitting right there. So she turns left to go into that lane. He's sitting there. She thinks that it's his fault.
Yep.
For those of you who have never gone through driving school, she is completely at fault if she hit him because she is doing 1, an illegal left turn. 2, she's turning into a lane that someone is already in.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, you can turn into the left lane, but you got to stop before getting over. But that's beside the point. She was completely at fault, and she was just being an absolute Karen. Probably someone who's never gone through driving school and doesn't understand the
She was
rules of the
like-
road. And
she
whenever
was-
I'm in my big ass semi truck, she'll be the first person to die.
She's
Not
she
because
was
I
probably
want her
like
to,
40 or
but because
50
she's
too.
dumb.
She's probably like 40 or 50 too. I'm
Yeah,
not
she
even joking.
she thinks she knows best because she's probably had a couple kids and whatever. And because you have a Domino's car topper, she thinks she can get some shit done.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yep.
When you do something illegal like that shit, no, you can't. No.
It really.
I'm
it
surprised
really,
she hasn't gotten hurt yet from doing shit like that. Like, some people will do shit to you for being such an asshole when it's not even your fault.
Oh, see, like I went to fully into fight mode, like right then, like that.
That's why I'm baffled that some people act like that. I think it's just because
Well,
you work at Domino's. Honestly, she
Yeah,
wouldn't have done
yeah,
that if you didn't work
because
at Domino's.
literally, I sometimes I don't like it when
We have car
Caitlin's
toppers.
there. Yes,
Yeah.
she's always like,
I
don't
used
forget to
to
grab
always
your
take
car
it
top.
off. Yeah, I used to take it off all the time.
And
'Cause I'm a faster driver. People complain. It's annoying.
yes, and that was my first complaint that I've ever had.
Yeah.
Anyways, and over something,
I've never had it that bad where someone follows you and then calls in. Like,
bro.
I've
Well,
had people call in for me being too fast, but not.
I've
like-
had people follow me. The motherfucker guy followed me, but I knew he wasn't going to do shit. And it was the same situation. I didn't do anything wrong. I was going slow enough. I was going around his car because he was taking a sweet-ass time getting into his car with his fucking mail. If I had enough time to see him walk from the mailbox around the front of his car, get in the car, sit down, have his door open, and then I'm going around, I'm not going fast enough for him to be like, motherfucker. Not only
Also-
that, close your goddamn door like the courtesy that you give to that everyone gives to you. Give it back to them. Close your fucking door.
also for whatever
Asshole.
reason, my GPS was bugging out today.
That's why I don't really ever use GPS anymore.
Well,
Look at you.
I kind of have to.
Yeah, I
So-
do too. I don't memorize shit.
I don't either.
It's not about memorizing, really. It's just
It
the
is.
trick. It's the use the address on the house with the street number, and you can get a coordinate data of where that house is closest to, and then you can map out in your mind. Woo!
And you know where this is going, Brandon?
You gotta memorize it to map it out over your mind. But no, it's not that difficult.
I don't know.
Once you know.
That sounds like pretty much rocket science.
I will show you with our address, which I will not show on stream.
I mean, you can. It'd be kinda funny.
Yeah, everyone come find us.
Come?
Everybody come.
Right.
Everybody come.
Like our address or any other address. I'll even do an example.
Do a fake address so you can put it on the phone.
I don't think he really could do it.
Right.
Address.
Remove these last 2 digits on any address.
90 seconds.
This and this is the adjacent. If this is a street, that is the avenue. So this is avenue, and this is avenue.
How do you know that?
Because it works.
It doesn't make sense to me.
104th, right?
Yeah.
That's just that way. This is the street that the driveway is what dictates whether or not it's a street or an avenue. Because our driveway is on a street, it is the street. If our driveway was on the avenue, it would be the avenue, it'd be the reverse. Instead of this, it would be a 255 number. I can do it in the reverse direction too if you want me to.
Is this just an American thing, or is this other countries too?
As far as I know, this may be our area because some areas just have what? I'm trying to think.
Areas in Washington?
No, they have street names instead of street numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That might be your address in the reverse direction. So this is off of an avenue, which would mean that our driveway is off of the avenue.
So it'd mean it'd be off
Remove
of like
the-
Meridian or something.
No, it'd be off of the avenue. So avenues go north-south, streets go east-west. So they are always going to meet at some point.
Well, what is Meridian? What's the number for Meridian?
About 100. I think it's 10. I think it's 101.
Like
Pupils
I
are
think-
really big right now.
I think it's 101
You say?
I said his pupils are really big right
because
now.
I'm concentrating.
he's
But
big
remove the
brain.
last 2 digits. If it's an avenue that it is purporting this is the street. So I know that it's the closest coordinate is going to be where 104th and this street number that I'm not going to name because it's going to get us pretty close to where we're at. It's where they meet. So this would be where this would be this one, and then this would be oh, I did not put a 4 in right. So right. That would be the avenue. That would be the street. And our house would be like right here.
I still think you should have done a different address so you could show the stream.
The problem is I only really know the addresses in this area.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Never mind. So his house.
It's still
What?
went.
Oh yeah. Fuck that. Well, Phil knows how to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Phil will always talk about addresses, and I'll act like I know what he's doing, like saying. He's like, yeah, I know that area. I don't know shit.
I'm starting to know street names and like
I know
where the
neighborhoods.
general direction
Right.
Names of neighborhoods.
is. I don't know that.
I can't show it because it's bright for one.
Why can't you move it?
It's
That's true.
yeah.
For a lesson in people who have number addresses, this is typically how it works in every place. Could you actually show our face before you leave so I can tell if whether or not it's in focus or I don't see myself?
Sorry, I'm feeling
This just
rough.
got dark for
Yeah.
no reason, and we don't. Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It really,
I've come to talk with you again,
is it really?
boy.
Is it really?
Problem is, I kind of wrote it on the
You know, I kind of like that.
what?
Like the dark setting is kind of nice instead of just
Some
being
people do this.
blind
A lot of
fucked.
streamers actually point it away from you and probably show that. What did you do? Oh, you fucked up, didn't you? A little bit.
Yeah, you did. You fucked up.
We'll just have to cut it out in the editing. No one's watching, thankfully, so we can just cut it out.
All right.
Mm.
You know what? Let me write it on a different page.
I mean, it's fine. Now, well,
Uh,
it won't
So-
be very long.
anyways, I started fucking her, And
Nice to see that you're using someone else's jokes.
yes.
Oh, I annoy her with that joke now.
Yeah,
Anytime she
because I
says
thought it was so
anyways,
fucking stupid.
anytime she says anyways for anything, I say you start fucking.
Well, she said it
She
so many
overused
times
it.
the other
Yeah,
day.
That's why I started overusing it.
So,
All right.
and it was just like,
Redo. Is
it's
that
corn.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
All right. It's a little bit dark, but I think you can read it. So
Oh,
this is a
there you
little bit
go.
of a lesson in how to determine what address is where. So this
Yes.
says 7204 191st Street, Port East. I don't know if this address exists. Don't go there because, yeah, whatever. Nice.
I mean, go there and fuck with it. I
How
don't
you
care.
know where an address is on a map without having to use any kind of GPS is remove the last 2 digits off of any address, and then look if this is. Oh, yeah, this is off of a street. Hold on, forgot the other ST. But this is a street, which tells me that this number is the perpendicular. I don't remember the avenue. So in our area, avenues run north south, streets run east west unless you go up to a certain area, then it switches. But anyway, avenues and streets are the ones that are going to intersect. So this one is going to be Ave. This one's going to be, I think this one would be street. So that tells me that the closest intersection, rather real or not real, is going to be at 72nd Avenue and 191st Street, Port East. That's all you do. You just remove the last 2 digits, then you look in your internal map to see whether or not.
Do you like this better?
Yeah, I think I like it pointing away better.
Yeah.
Sorry, I explained that
It's so
way
dark in here,
horribly,
not
but
on there.
as far as I know, that works in any
You'll
area that
like
has a street
watching the
address.
video later. Anyways,
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much.
I kept
You
it
watch it too,
entertaining.
bitch.
Yes, but I kept it entertaining in the background.
Okay, that's good. But as long as you have an internal map of where those locations would be on a map, then you can kind of be like, okay, I need to go in this direction that way, and then yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
and if you know if it's that number, you're gonna turn right out of our parking lot. If you know it's any number above, like 99, I think, you know you're gonna have to go left.
I still get out of the parking lot faster than Phil,
Yeah.
even though he hasn't memorized.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Justin, can you bring it back so we're not boring anyone to death about not showing our address on stream on accident? I hate myself. Okay, the other night, I think I've told you this, but I don't think I said it on stream. The other night, last week, I got off work. I think I closed, so it wasn't exactly last week, but I got off work, and it was about midnight, and I went by Safeway to just pick up some drinks because I was running
Crackheads?
out. Kind of. So I get back to my car
was
with
it the yellow van.
no. I get back to my car with my drinks, which were both like 12 cans of soda because I'm a fat ass bitch.
Wait, 12
And-
cases.
2 12 case.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
okay,
24
okay,
total
okay.
sodas.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
And I put them in my car. I shut the trunk. And I already noticed out of the corner of my eye, there's this guy and a woman at the back of their car.
They started
Their
fucking-
trunk door's open and they're rummaging through it. And they're bickering. I'm like, okay, I don't really want to deal with this shit. I'm just going to go home. And I hear, do you want to see? And I don't really hear anything else. I'm like, is he talking to me? So I look over to make sure like he's not walking over to me or something because we're relatively close within like 2 parking spaces. And I'm just trying to go into my car and I look over to my left. And he's like, do you want to see this axe? And he pulls out this full-handled axe out of his car. And I said, no, shut my door. I turn on the ignition and I start to take off. But before I shut the door, he's like, yeah, the handles are neat. And I shut the door. I'm like, nope, fuck you. Because you know what happens after someone asks you want to see my axe?
I think he wanted to scare you though. Like he wanted to fuck.
I don't give a shit. I'm not dealing with that in a Safeway parking
that's
lot that has
something
crackheads
That's something
at
Austin would do.
fucking midnight.
I wouldn't do that.
Not midnight. No.
Not only that, I had my Domino's shirt on too, and I think I forgot my Domino's
Yeah.
topper on the top of my car.
Harper.
And so I'm like, oh shit, they could probably follow me too. So I was going like 60 at the bottom of the hill, 80 at the top of the hill. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get back to the house before they can even find me. Once I get back to the house, I'm like, well, they're relatively close to my car. If they really wanted to plan this out, they put a tracker on my car. So I just make sure there's no trackers on my car. And I'm like, fine, great.
Paranoia.
Not really.
I mean,
If someone's gonna go to the length of, do you want to see my axe and kill me?
Honestly-
They would probably plant some evidence,
well,
like
see,
to get me to scare off to where my house is.
here's the thing, though, right? I welcome them into my house.
No, I told myself if they come into my house, you know what I'm gonna say? Want to see my gun?
Yeah.
And then 2 shots right to the chest right after I say that.
I saw this meme and it actually it made me smile because
self-defense.
it made me like be like, yep. He goes, every gun owner, and it's like a scene from a movie wishing this was real life, and it's like a burglar breaking into your like a gun. No, what was it? It was
A person breaking, entering, or robbing.
Yeah, it was like something like that, but
Home
it was
invader.
like every gun owner, legally gun owner, like that, you know, because we all play this scenario out.
Like,
in
what
our
am I?
head.
What am I gonna do
Yeah,
whenever
like,
someone breaks in? I gotta
what
get my
are
gun.
all the
Where am I gonna go?
options?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't have my gun, what am I gonna grab?
If I do have my gun, if they have a gun, if they have
Yes.
a knife, if they broke in, but
Yep.
I scare them away, like all these scenarios.
all
in
these
your head.
scenarios come into your head, but it was basically every legal
And every
gun
single one of them.
owner-
Don't call the cops. I'm kidding. Call the cops, obviously. Otherwise, you're gonna go to
But
fucking jail. But
It was like every single gun owner.
if you can
And
hide the
then
body,
it
well
was
enough,
like
you know.
they're all just like it was like a picture of them like sad, just staring at their guns, you know. And then every gun over wishing what would actually happen
Yeah.
or something like that. And there was like someone breaking in, and some guys like sitting at the couch with a like a gun.
Yeah.
And I was like, yup. Every gun owner just kind of wants that to
Yeah.
happen for whatever fucked up reason. It's not that
It's
we want
because
to
you
kill
plan
somebody.
it in your head.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
like-
bought it just in case. So you're
Yes.
like, well, am I gonna actually use this
Yeah.
very expensive piece of
It's
equipment?
a weird. It's people that don't own guns. You won't understand this, but it's like
It's a weird
Because-
crave.
It's not, that
it's
I
not a crave because I don't
death.
crave. I don't want to kill anybody, and I don't want to get killed.
It's more so like, could I do it? Like,
Mhm.
like,
It's like you want to see what would happen if that scenario happened.
like, would I
to
be a
know if-
bitch, not pull the trigger? Am I actually gonna go the
Yeah.
full length? You
Yeah,
know?
I mean,
I mean,
kind of.
if I had kids and my kids were in the house, going the full length, even if I am a
well,
bitch.
even if okay, but here's the thing: like, I'm going to the full length no matter what because
well,
I
I
have-
mean, you can't if they're running away.
I have
after-
family. Well, yes, you can't legally do it, but
An illegal threshold, I probably could.
Huh?
An illegal threat, like if it's legal, I would do it.
oh yeah, if you could shoot someone in the back and it'd be legal, I would. If they're running away, I would gun you down like the little bitch that you are.
And to be honest, if they're in your house, even if they're turned away,
No.
your main defense would be that I have no idea what they were going to do. They
Yeah.
could have turned their back, had their firearm,
Well,
and turned back toward me.
what a
How am I
cop-
supposed to know that
cop
they're running
said-
away?
A cop said that if you shoot them in the back, no matter what,
You're
you're going to jail. Or
That's
you're going
not
to
true
prison.
because a woman shot someone in the back and didn't end up going to jail because she used her firearm and it was on video.
Mm,
So, not in all cases.
I mean, I
Because-
guess that's fair.
Because
He could've
take
come
it
back.
take it in the scenario of like a cop, right? Cop goes, the guy runs away from the cop, right? The cop has to assume if he runs around the other side of the car that he's getting a gun, not that he's trying to evade the cops.
Or he's ducking down to pull out
Yes.
to get cover.
So in that same way,
Right.
if someone's in your house and they start running away from you or turn their back away from you, you have no idea what they're doing. You don't
Yeah.
know if they're going to run away or not. If you're already aiming,
just go for it.
fire. Like,
yeah.
I think in this case, it's better protection for you to
And make
ensure
sure
that he
you
doesn't.
kill them. Don't leave them alive, as sad as that is.
I know, I've heard that from
Because there's been a few cases
where you get sued even
where,
after being.
yep,
Yeah,
there was
exonerated.
this old, I think it was an older couple
Oh,
something
yeah,
like
I
that.
remember hearing that.
and the guy shot him in the leg or shot him somewhere, put him down. He didn't kill him, just put him down to the ground where he was incapacitated. And then he literally bandaged,
Yeah,
like helped him, like, you know, stop the wound from bleeding, everything. Called the cops, waited for the police to get there, and he's the one that got in trouble, not the person.
and you're
that
also
broke
talking
into
about
the-
probably a county or a city or a state that is very
Very
negative
less-
against any
yes.
kind of self-defense use for some
Yeah.
reason, because in that case, that is exactly how the Second Amendment is supposed to be
And-
used in self-defense.
And this is
Because
one thing I want to.
You shoot him, but you also give him the aid to ensure that he lives. That shows that you're not just out to kill him, you're out to protect
And-
yourself. So in that case, in a perfect world, in the way that it should be set up, that guy should have never seen any jail time. He should have never seen any kind of legal trouble. As long as it is found true that happened, and you'd be able to find proof that, you know, the guy is unconscious, yet he has bandages around his leg or wherever he got shot. It's like, you have proof that they tried to stop the bleeding, even if he's the one who shot. You have proof. It's like, you don't need video evidence if there's bandages. Like,
One
if
thing.
someone was trying to hurt my family, I wouldn't stop shooting.
yeah,
Even
to be
after they're on
honest.
the ground.
Yeah.
I've seen so many YouTube videos of people
Getting
shot
back
and
up, and then they start shooting, or they have a knife, and they just do one jab to the throat, and you're dead.
I think my
Well-
fear would be heightened enough where I just keep going until my bolts are gone.
Just pop, 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 pop.
Okay, maybe not that far.
Pull. You got one drum mag. 100 rounds later, gotta reload.
He's still threat.
Just
He's moving.
just video game. Up, shotgun.
fully automatic.
Oh, he twitched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
No,
will
but
push.
my because I've been in this argument before with someone that didn't believe in guns and thinks that they should be outbanded. I literally got.
I don't see
I
why.
didn't get into argument. I got into discussion because it wasn't like back and forth yelling at each
Yeah.
other. It was just kind of. It was more of a like a civil,
War. I'm kidding.
serious discussion between each other
Yeah.
because we both had
Which I
points and we
think is
both had
healthy.
views.
I think that's healthy. It's good to
Yeah.
have conversations. As long as
And
it's not
it was very adult like, but what
I
my
think-
point is actually got him to think like, oh well, I mean he kind of just was like, I mean I get your point.
I
And
mean,
then
you
he
could
didn't really have
present
anything other to say.
your point if you have that point, but I have a point in that case to kind of take away the whole gun aspect a little bit.
So okay, I'll replay exactly what I said. So he was like, I think guns should be banned. Everyone should not be able to own a firearm. And I said, well, here's the thing, right? So let's put you in a scenario where someone's breaking into your house and they have
a knife.
a knife or some sort of weapon, right? You're not in a position to get a knife as well. Or, nothing. And also, and I said, but if you have a gun, you also, this was just one little point that I throw in. If you have a gun, you have that distance to keep away from him, put him down before he can put you down with that weapon.
Yeah.
And if you both have knives, nothing's going to happen. But if you want to ban guns, right? Let's say you're upstairs sleeping or like in your room, most people don't carry a pocket knife don't have a pocket knife in their room.
Dangerous
or,
to do that in the
or
pocket, anyway.
anything, they don't have a blade of some sort,
themselves.
or it's most of the time we're talking about kitchen, most families,
Yeah.
have just
Baseball
kitchen
bat,
knives,
golf club,
stuff like that. It's like a baseball bat is like,
Flamethrower.
that would be, I want one so bad. Anyways, and I said, okay, let's say he has a knife or a machete or an axe or any kind of weapon. That's not a gun. And you're not downstairs happily in your kitchen being like, okay, I can at least
No, you're in your
try-
bed.
you're
You've
in your
heard a
bed.
noise.
Yes.
You don't have any weapons around you.
nothing.
And
What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna let him go and through and kill your family because you don't have a gun, and you don't have a knife? I mean, yeah, you could put up a fight, but most likely he's gonna take you down and kill you.
Well, not only that, think in that headspace. You wake up, you hear a noise. That fear that strikes you will make you freeze,
Yeah.
and you have to break out of it because that
Yes.
what your mind is telling
Or-
you is to survive. You must not go where that person
But
is
I-
because you know that they can harm you.
But
That's your
I-
first instinct, but
But see, then he argued with that. And I forgot his argument for that one. But then I brought back of like, okay, but here's the thing with that I was trying to get to with all of it. And I was like, most of the time, criminals are going to find ways to get a gun no matter what. There's too many out there in the world to be ridden of guns.
not only that, but
And
two things.
they're way easier to get. I mean, people with 3D printers can print a gun nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, it is not a viable option for a gun because most of the time they explode if they're not done properly, and it's kind of hard. It takes a lot of mind power to make a proper gun from a 3D printer and
Yeah.
not have it fuck you up or you don't have no longer a
A
viable
shooting
hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just said most likely they're gonna have a weapon because they're not going in there.
They're not going in there thinking
Ill-prepared.
that they can fisticuff you. No, they're
Yeah.
gonna come in with the most amount
Because
of
they know
force
that
they
guns
can
are
possibly
banned
have.
now.
Yeah.
They know that guns are illegal, and now they have a gun because they're a criminal and they have ties, and it's easy. It's
The genie,
like
the
I
genie
could
is never
literally
going to come or going to go back into the bottle after the gun
Yes.
has been made.
Yeah.
The gun has been made. Everyone knows the
Yes.
technology. Everyone understands how it works.
I mean,
now
look
that it's
at-
been made, you
look at-
can't be like ban all
look at
guns
the
because
AK.
the guns are still going to be around regardless of if you ban them.
Yes. Look at the AK.
Just like
Look
if you
at
ban
so
cigarettes.
many-
Cigarettes and the process to make cigarettes is still there.
Yes.
There is no preventing it once it has come out of the bottle after you've ended it, like nuclear weapons. There's no putting that back in the bottle. You can't put
Well,
that back in the bottle.
It's like
Because how do you trust that your adversary doesn't have a nuke and
it's
is
like
lying
mustard
to you?
gas, right? Like how that's banned, but
You can
anyone
make
with
it.
like a chemical store or
Chlorine
anything
and
like that.
ammonia.
Yeah, it's one of the easiest
You can
things to
home
make.
it. You can home make it, yeah.
And
But we didn't tell you that.
No, but I'm just saying
Allegedly.
it's
Well, you can make a bomb out of
You can-
virtually anything
Yes,
that's explosive.
all
Just put
you
it in a
can.
container.
yeah, it's like fireworks.
Yeah.
You can make a bomb.
we
Household cleaning items, you can make a bomb. Anything you can
A
make a bomb.
propane tank.
Or
You can make a bomb.
anything.
You have a bomb.
Anything. There are weapons and everything that you're going to be ill prepared if they make gun, because they're going to take guns away from the people that should have them and put them into the hands that people
The
shouldn't.
best analogy I can give to
At
this
least
is,
we're going to be armed equally.
and I have no idea
If
what
it's
this
to the
person would do
public.
to respond, but the best argument I have that is a point-on-point analogy to this is, all right, do you trust humans for the most part? Like,
No.
if you're walking down the street, do you trust that
I
you're going to
don't.
be safe regardless of where you are in city, wherever?
No.
If you are, good for you.
Easy.
I would say no. Human beings are probably one of the most high-risk things as far as your own health. They're going to be the
Unpredictable.
things that are probably going to kill you in the long run, even if it is just an accident like with a vehicle. Human
Yeah.
beings are going to be the ones to kill you. So with that being in mind, if there are criminals out in the world, and we both agree that there are criminals, let's take this analogy, right? There are predators in the world like tigers and lions and cougars. But there's also animals that have stuff for defense, like porcupines.
Mhm.
Do you
Or
think that
like-
is morally ethical to tell the porcupine to remove all of their quills, leaving them out to dry for all the predators to go out into the forest? If the answer is no, then why would you hold the idea that it is okay to take law-abiding citizens' guns away from them to protect them from the predators out there in the world? There is the reason the Second Amendment was codified was because it was a God-given right, meaning everything in nature has the right to defend itself if it is in a corner and can't do anything else. Everything in nature. That goes from the smallest things like ants, will bite your fucking leg if you step on their goddamn fucking hill, all the way up to fucking whales or tigers or whatever you name it. If you back them into a corner, they're going to protect themselves. That is something that is seen in nature and it's given by God, and that is why it has been granted that once the firearm was made, that made everyone equal. And if you could defend yourself with that firearm from someone who's attacking you and cornering you,
We could say the Colt made everyone equal.
that is true. And the other reason I think that, guns really are a great design is the only way a fight could be won by a 90-pound wet female who's 5 feet tall against a 6'3", 240-pound man is if she has a revolver.
Did you say wet?
Yeah, soaking
Yeah,
wet.
So soaking wet, like that's
Meaning
saying
that she weighs
more-
like 85 pounds, but if she's wet with clothes and everything, she's
Yeah.
90. Like,
Yeah.
she's
I'm
Yeah.
thinking so sexually when you said
No,
that.
no.
she's
I-
90 pounds
I didn't-
wet. Sounds like a porno.
I didn't think like that.
I didn't because
no.
the phrase is basically
Yeah.
saying you're so small, adding on water weight
Yeah.
makes you heavier,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It just sounded like it.
But it is a great equalizer.
Very
That
much. Yeah, it
that
is.
means that less women will get raped if every rapist thinks that a woman has a firearm in their
Yeah.
purse. Like, a rapist isn't going to walk up to a woman if he thinks that I may die. No, he's walking up to the woman because he sees that she's vulnerable. So in every situation where someone is
Also
seen as
doesn't help that we
vulnerable,
have
they're taken
sluts
advantage
nowadays.
of. Yeah, that's true. But robbers, the same thing. They take advantage of people who they think are vulnerable. In fact, there was a study done not that long ago of robbers. They had robbers watch videos of people walking just down the street. And the robbers, every single one of them, pointed out the same people that they would rob because the people that were walking down the street looked vulnerable. There are certain things that they did, characteristics that they had that made them think that they were more vulnerable or susceptible of being robbed. So they were more likely to, in a predator's sense, hone into the one that's weak and take advantage of them.
They're the tiger. You need to be the porcupine.
If they think that you have a gun, and if everyone has a gun, they'll think twice, even if they think that you're weak. They have no idea of whether or not you have a gun, which makes you ultimately as strong as they are, regardless of how physically bigger they are
But
than
also,
you.
like, there's like
Not
one
that
thing
they can't take advantage anyway, but
Yes.
still.
But there's one thing too, like with women, right? That I see, and
Love
even
'em.
not
Love
even
'em.
not even like being, you know,
Sexist
a predator.
fuck.
But if someone were to ask me that, like, who would you pick? And it would be easy for me. I'm not a predator or anything, but just by knowing people, it's like, okay, they don't have a purse. They don't have anything to conceal that weapon. Okay, this woman is wearing a crop top and shorts. I
Yeah.
can see everything that she
Yeah.
has. She has a phone. That's it.
And wrong, she knows jujitsu.
Okay, but
She folds you up like a pretzel.
you know,
kidding.
I would be impressed, and
I'd be like,
I would
my
be like-
boner's not going away. I just wanna date you now. Like,
basically. But no, like
shit, can you rape me? 'Cause
Anybody.
this is hot.
anybody with any brain can see that, and so I don't know. Just don't be weak.
Even then, you don't even have to say, do you trust people? It's like, do you believe that there's still serial killers out in the world? If
Well,
the
there
answer
is.
still
There's,
yes. Then
there's a serial killer in Seattle right now.
hell yeah.
So he just claimed. I think for a serial killer to be a serial killer, you have to have
kill
more
than one person
thought it
in the
was two.
series. No, it's just one.
just one.
You have to kill
Well-
more than one person. So you kill one person, and then and time passes, and then they kill another person. Now you are a serial killer because you're killing in series, not in a mass.
So,
murder.
anyways, they found 3 women in the same exact position, in the same local area,
Very
up
common.
in Seattle. So there
I'm
is
assuming
now
they're also the
a-
same race because
They're
statistics shows that
they're women in their 30s to late 30s.
okay. Yeah.
So, and they were killed between the hours of 12 and 7 a.m.
Yep.
So you do the math. Why are you out that late? For one, you're putting yourself in that situation to become that victim.
Not only that,
I'm just saying.
but
So
Unless you work at
if
Domino's
every
and you
single
just
one
fuck
of them,
yeah,
if
but
just-
we're males. We have
if just one of the
that's not
three,
even being sexist. That's just
Yeah. No
you
one's
know,
gonna
a male's not gonna look at another male and be like,
He's weak.
you know.
well,
I
even
mean,
if you see a small
could.
man, you're like, he could still fuck me up.
Yeah,
like,
he could because you
don't.
because a man has that retard strength sometimes.
That is
Like
true.
some of the skinniest people have
Well,
the
and
weirdest strength
You could take
ever.
the weakest looking
I
guy,
agree.
but if you give him
I've
a
done
solid
arm
dose of
wrestling before.
adrenaline, he's the strongest
yeah.
motherfucker. Like if he's on crack, whoo, good luck getting him down. Like you get 5 rather large dudes to try to get him down, and it won't
Yeah.
work because he's on crack. So women, get on crack. No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
That's why women should
No,
be more.
I
Be
think
more fired
on
under
my
their.
crack.
You know, have a more fire to to carry.
I think
In my own opinion, because you know,
everyone would be happy, or at least I would argue that most people would be happy with this decision. Stop sending money to Ukraine. Okay, fuck that shit. It's only making tensions rise anyway.
we
Russia
bombed
can
the
see how
world
much
and we're
money.
the only ones on it.
Yeah, I know. But stop giving money to Ukraine because that's only making Russia become
Well, that's
more
simple.
fueled in this whole situation because they're seeing that the U.S. is stepping in a major way and they're going to start accusing us of being a
We're-
part of the war, which we technically are. But what if we, instead of sending the $40 to $80 billion now, which is a lot of fucking money. I hate that I have to say $40 to $80 billion like it's nothing because we spend trillions of dollars a year. But what if we took those $40 to $80 billion and we just had every woman make a choice of firearm? Just every
Yeah.
woman. It doesn't have to be every man. Take that money and fund that every woman has a firearm from the
Mhm.
time that they are born. Of course, their parents take care of it, but
Yeah.
not only that, but it helped fund programs like, well, no, it helped
That's
fund
fine.
programs also to help them train on firearm safety
Yes.
as well as what to do in which scenario.
Mhm.
Because you can't just teach a girl to do jujitsu because the
No.
second you go out in the streets, anyone who's done mixed martial arts, even at the professional level, says if I'm in a street fight, I am not going to
It's
do very well
different.
because
Yeah.
on a street fight, you have rocks, you have bricks, you have random things around that can be grabbed and just
Yeah.
one thing hits you in the head. You could be a master and not be
Well,
able to
that's
protect
the-
yourself
that's-
because
Okay, it's the same thing. Do you remember Trevor, my next door neighbor?
Yeah.
The dipshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember because he was a black belt that whenever someone has ever mentioned that they are a black belt, I have their standard here. When you say you're a black belt, your standard goes
Drops.
here, like off the table. You can't see me. So you could see it before. Now your respect is down here. Anyways, we got into an argument. We were just kids too. I think we were like, at 13, maybe 12. And I beat the living shit out of him. I put him in a chokehold. Well, he went for a kick, like a karate kick. And I literally grabbed his ankle, lifted him up over. He lost balance, fell onto his back, and I pushed that leg over, got behind him, and I just choked him out. That's all I had to do. And I was like, dude, you're a black belt? For what?
Yeah, I know.
For what? Any kind of fight outside of, I'm going here. This is what you do. But if I'm actually just I'm throwing from up here. You're not being trained. And also I'm throwing it fast. What normally karate is like slow movements,
Yeah.
and then you're training. Sure, you get into a rhythm of that. And if you start going fast, it's kind of like boxing. Like you do the rhythms, right? You do it slow and you build you up to doing really fast. And it actually looks really impressive. And it is impressive to an extent. But any boxer goes into a UFC fighter ring, they're gonna get slaughtered.
Yeah.
They're gonna get dicked on because they are,
unless they can keep the fight on their feet.
Yes, but
otherwise
9 times out of 10, that's not.
They're not ready for kicks. They're not ready for any other way of bringing them down to the ground. Because the second they're down at the ground, they have no protection.
Also, boxers have big padded gloves. They have little pads and then a fist behind it.
Yeah.
You have so much more power with that.
But you also hurt yourself more because it's more pressure on your knuckles.
But also, they're not going to be used to that. A UFC fighter is used to that blow on their knuckles.
Yeah.
They're used to that repetition. Dude, I've seen trainings now because I've been obsessed with UFC lately. Not UFC. Yeah, UFC. And they literally, some of them take metal bars and shit to calcify their shins.
Yeah, because they get kicked.
And then they beat their shins with metal bars. And I'm like, these guys are a different breed. I'm sorry, but you guys are just... Any person, if I were to walk down a street and I see a famous UFC fighter, right, that I somehow recognize because whatever, I'm going to be like, there is a gladiator right there, and I'm going to stand way the fuck over there.
Yeah.
Anyone else, I'd be like, okay, like, yeah, I'll probably lose against this guy, but I'll swing and I'll go out and I know I'll land some hits. If I go against that guy, I'm going to die in about half a second.
Yeah.
And I'll be laid on my ass and yeah.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense what they do with their shins.
Yeah, it's smart, but dude, that at the beginning few months, oh my God.
Yeah.
I cannot express how painful that would be.
Yeah.
But like I have bumps right here from landing on my shin. Now it's way stronger here compared to down here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It makes sense why they do that. And
But-
they kick hard too. I've seen some videos.
Yeah, but
you can
they-
typically know when someone is
Dude,
kind
have
of
you
either
seen
bullshitting
Joe
you.
Rogan's kick?
Yeah, no, his kicks. Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago. That video is quite old,
Cow.
but
Yeah, but still.
that's pretty much the only movie he has now because he didn't really ever get into MMA. He just did Taekwondo.
Well, he did
I think he also did jiu-jitsu at one
Yeah,
point,
he
but he
did
didn't do it
jiu-jitsu.
professionally. He just did it because Eddie Bravo, his friend, is a professional in jiu-jitsu, probably one of the best. But the way you can tell if whether or not someone's bullshitting you is if they tell you that they're a black belt or they tell you that they have an accolade. How you know to respect someone is if you learn it from somebody else. Because if I'm a black belt, I don't have to tell you I'm a black belt. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, why are
There's
you
no
waving
respect
that
in,
around?
hey, everybody, I'm a black belt. That makes you a target, and two, that makes
Yeah.
everyone think that you're not.
Well, and then
And the
you're
same
giving
thing with,
me-
I'm really good at chess. It's like,
Now I want to play against you more.
no, not only that, but it's like, I know that you're not, because everyone that I have played that has said that they're really good at chess, even though at first I was a little bit nervous, I beat them every single time because they're so cocky.
I mean, We played against each other in chess, didn't we? At the
No,
cabin?
no, that was
that's me and
Justin
Ryan.
and you.
Yeah.
I don't play it
We
anymore.
just did a draw, didn't we?
No, I stopped caring and then you beat me.
Yeah, that's right.
I just stopped playing. I haven't played in years.
I
and
like
don't really
chess.
have
I
any.
love
It
playing
just
chess.
takes a lot of time.
I just don't see
When
any
you got
point in
two
it anymore.
serious players, it's a long game.
I like chess. It makes me actually think and get serious in
really
my
good.
thinking because most of the time I don't care about using my brain.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of time, it's a lot of fun. But once you want to like feel rushed, it's not as fun.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm kind of terrified of UFC fighters. Rightfully so, though.
Yeah.
They probably do it with their head too. The crowbar.
No,
thing.
they
No, they don't. They don't do that.
To
But
make
I've
their
been
heads
watching
bigger.
like
Because
a
I don't want to get
lot-
CTE.
a lot. Dude, there's this video that I've seen because I've watched so much UFC fighting and like the best like knockout, kick knockouts, punches, all
yeah,
that
I
kind
have
of shit.
too. Yeah, those are good.
And some guy had a very bad mistake of robbing a UFC
Oh, I've seen that.
not robbing, but he goes to his house and breaks into his house, but he's in his barn, or not in his barn, but his garage, and it's on a security cam, and he goes in and you see him bolt out, and then you see the UFC fighter chasing after him with a shotgun. Like, not only you have a UFC fighter chasing you, but he's holding a shotgun too.
There's another thing too.
That's
There's
a
someone.
double weapon
That's
right
a
there.
double shit yourself occasion, Mike.
There was a.
That's-
I don't remember how famous he was, but there was a linebacker on which team I don't remember. But someone broke into his house, and that person was in critical condition because that linebacker just absolutely fucked his shit up. It's like you find in the wrong house, and you're like, holy shit, he's 6'3", 300 pounds, and he just fucking fall on me, and I break every bone in my body. But
They are strong.
They are
people.
they are very strong. Yeah.
They're basically bodybuilders. with
I
fat
would
on
have
them,
I would have
in my
probably
opinion.
become a linebacker if I didn't care about my health, but
Yeah, I don't want breaking.
because
broken
to be a
bones.
linebacker, you have to be quick and sprint, but you also have to be able to push pretty hard, and
You have to have power.
I do. I got powerful legs. Like I can push anybody if I want to, as long as I'm ready for it. Like if you're on the line, I could push anybody if I wanted to. Of course, not maybe the 300-400 pound fucking pot belly guys, but Justin, there's one thing I want to do before we go because it has something to do with the thumbnail. I don't know how long we're gonna be on it, because technically we're past. But
What?
open a new tab. Open a new tab, and then go to the furthest right bookmark.
This one?
No. The bookmarks are underneath the search
Oh.
bar.
Okay.
I figured out after watching one of my podcasts that I listen to that there's this thing called Stable Diffusion, which is an AI program where
Yeah, I
if you
saw
type
this.
if you type in a certain series of words, it will try to find you an image that you're looking for. The thumbnail that I have, I just looked in She-Hulk behind bars because that's how fucking bad I thought the show was. So you literally have a really janky ass She-Hulk behind
There.
bars.
Didn't like me looking up penis.
Yeah, it doesn't allow you to do
Okay.
explicit stuff because the content that it comes up with is completely yours to use.
That's cool.
And that's why I was like, oh, I could use it for the thumbnail kind of thing. So I decided to. And
Yeah.
the podcast that I watch is typically a pretty serious kind of talking about the news. They were on this shit for like 30 minutes and they couldn't stop because it's just so much
Yeah.
fucking fun. It's so funny. A lot of them saying like, Epstein's Island or that kind of stuff. Like, yep. Are you showing
That
our
was
screen?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to. It's probably not.
Dude, I've seen worse
it'll
on
be fine.
YouTube,
Yeah, that'll be
and it
fine because you're
hasn't
still
gotten-
technically wearing something and it's AI generated.
Isn't it one?
It's tab, I think. Go back to the Streamlabs and see if whether or not it's the right one.
Yeah, it's tab.
Yep, it's
Okay, yeah.
two
Well,
or
now how do I go
tab.
back? One? Okay.
Yeah.
Tab one. Okay, cool. I'm learning.
All right. Yeah. Okay. To be honest, the cartoon adaptation of She-Hulk, sexy as fuck,
Oh,
but
yeah.
not
Especially
the
that
show.
bottom left.
You do not. Are you on top right, bitch? That ass.
Oh yeah, I mean that, but like,
hell! And look at those back muscles, motherfucker.
but see, if I'm railing you from the back, I don't want to see that.
Why?
I
I'd be fine with that.
You want to see a woman that's better looking with you with muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Then fuck a dude.
I'm not gonna fuck a dude. There's women that can look like that.
Oh, I know there is. I've seen
So
it.
why can't I fuck a woman like that? That's not gay. In fact, I say that that's less gay. What? I don't want just some fucking badass bitch or what did
Do you
you?
understand what I'm saying?
No, but I just typed some
Gay Thor. It's probably just gonna be Thor with rainbows.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that movie, oh my god.
Oh.
It's just Thor.
Oh,
Wow,
It's just
that's
Thor.
Yeah, but all of those are AI generated. Those aren't actually images that have.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Those eyes look pretty.
It's
dope.
because there's so many pictures out there of Thor.
Yeah.
But
it
you can
just
tell if you
make
look
its
just a
own.
little bit closer
does
that a
kinda
lot
look
of those
gay.
images are janky.
He does kind of look gay in this one.
I mean, all of them could be gay. Because everyone knows in society, especially women, that if a guy is attractive, he might be gay. And there's a
Good
reason
point.
for it.
Yeah,
Guys are
yeah.
very visual creatures. We want things that look really nice. So in order to find an attractive, or in order to find a gay partner, you got to look attractive. The same thing if you're straight and a woman, you got to look attractive if you want to get a guy's attention. Or just show him any level of attention or affection, and he will immediately cry because he's like, I don't ever get told much.
Yeah, it honestly made my day whenever
Look with
A woman.
nipples.
What the fuck?
Uh,
That one very good.
Ooh, that head on the bottom left just looks over a bit too much.
Like,
Yeah.
It is Hulk as Thor, but it doesn't look.
Oh, Thor
Oh,
Hulk?
lightning. I mean, kind of
Yeah.
lightning,
I'm trying to think of like concepts that might work. Trying to think.
lightning storm in the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what it would
It's better
be
if
for that.
you try not doing characters or things with faces. It's better if you do like scenes.
Yeah.
So like what Austin said.
I love pictures like this. Like these are my kind of like
Or like a
Philosophical
great white
porn.
shark mauling a baby seal, you know.
or a baby. Just do that.
Oh,
True.
no.
I don't think it would allow you to.
Those are probably are those real images?
I don't know if they are.
They look real. Yeah,
I don't think they are because the lighting in that water is not right. It shouldn't be that
you're
bright.
Right. Yeah, with that.
Let me think.
I think those are
What they
those are
do-
real.
As they take images of lightning strikes
That looks fake.
and they take images of the ocean and they put them
Yeah.
together. So I think what this is you can see how calm those waters are. They would not be that calm for one.
Yeah.
I think what they're taking is a lightning strike over landscape, cutting
Yeah.
out the landscape and putting in the water.
Probably.
And then finishing all the edges to make sure that it looks good. What did you look up? Shark?
Kind of morbid. Whale struck by lightning.
Whale struck by lightning? I don't think that'll work,
You don't
but
think
we can
so?
try.
watch it be a fat bitch getting struck.
Oh, okay.
That looks fake as fuck. That.
That'd be funny. Yeah, this is pretty fake.
Not only that, but that whale in the bottom left looks so wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Looks like an
Where's the
otter.
lightning? There's the two lightning in the the right.
and also orange lightning. I don't think I've ever seen orange lightning before.
okay, but that'd be sick.
Dude.
That'd be sick. No, there is. There's red lightning on volcanoes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Look up different colored lightning and see which one's
Yeah.
the best,
I
you know?
put colorful lightning. I'm curious what
The rainbow.
The gays.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
They make a lot of noise, but don't do a lot of destruction. Unless it's an asshole. What the hell? That's actually really cool. I'd like that as a backdrop.
Yeah?
Which one?
This
That one.
That one?
Yeah, as a backdrop. That'd be so
It's
cool.
Like tie-dye lightning.
Yeah.
I like the
It's
one.
like
I like
neon.
that one. Yeah. I don't like that weird orange.
Yeah, I don't know why you
I
brought
like
that
the
up.
purple,
That
I
also
lo-
looks
I
like
love the
Emperor's
purple
lightning.
lightning.
Like it's a bit
Yeah.
too much.
but I like it.
I do like purple.
I love purple with anything, honestly. Purple
Mm.
penis, I mean, purple assholes, purple, urethras, I mean, anything. Anything purple.
Trying to think. What if you put in 9/11? Would it actually know what you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I like that one.
That one
That's
also
kinda
looks
cool.
like it's kind of meeting up in one spot, like a
I,
butthole.
Okay.
I like.
It
like
does.
the-
It looks like two cheeks and a butthole in the middle. That's all I'm saying. If
I
like,
like
let's say you had stretch marks that lead to your butthole, that's what that would look like. And it looks like a female too, because you have a
I
bit
like
of a
that.
vag at the top.
I like the top right and the bottom left.
I've actually had a picture of one like the bottom left before
Damn. Look up
on a DS.
look up great white shark
Nintendo
eating a baby.
DS.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Dang it.
I want to see this. Please have something. Please.
It's probably be like a baby animal, baby shark. I don't know.
No, please just be a baby. Please.
It's taking a minute.
Please.
What the hell is that?
What the fuck?
What?
Like I'm saying, it's AI generated. Look at the shark at the bottom left.
Had a stroke.
Not only that, but the nostrils on the shark in the top left look like eyes.
Oh, its mouth. Look at that.
Oh,
Just
look at
open
the
it.
eye. There's an eye
Eye
in the
here.
bottom right one. Look at the bottom right shark. There's an eye under its
Yeah.
fucking belly. That's so weird. To the right. So it's like where you think the eye would be if you drew it like a child.
Right there?
No, to the right. Up and to the right. Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But two mouths,
I thought
that
was
would
a
be
nostril.
weird.
Looked like a nostril. Yeah, that's fucking
That's
weird.
funny.
Well, this
I like
looks
how
cute.
just
It looks cute right
It also
here.
looks like it's shitting. Look at that shark top right. It looks like it's taking a shit.
kind
I think this one's cute.
The
This one looks evil. This one's cute.
The bottom left one just like, don't my parents fucked each other, but they was just a butter.
So if Brandon was a shark.
No, I don't breathe through my gills. I have the surface.
Shark eating. Oh, I thought this said penis.
You can't type in explicit.
I know, but man, that would be
I could-
funny.
Penile, maybe?
Penile.
Maybe
Yeah,
like-
penile colony. Good. Yeah,
Just a group of penises.
yeah. Well, it's called penal
What
colony.
What the
Is that an orca?
It's a penguin shark. What is
It's
this
actually an orca with a weird shark mouth at the
Yeah.
very
That
tip
is
of it.
Trippy. That shit
Yeah,
is
no,
trippy.
AI is weird.
That's kind of cool though.
Do a never-ending tunnel.
Oh god, that's spooky. Never.
Ooh.
Kind of want to see what it will do.
I know this is kind of obscure, but I kind of want to see what the White House would look like if it was like a different color. Like not white,
Our
you know.
house?
Like maybe
No,
the
the
Black
White
House.
House. Like,
Black House?
like
See,
the
the
presidential
White
White
House.
House.
Yeah. The left one looks like from a horror movie, or actually
Yeah.
looks like from an
But
experiment
you can
with
you
a
can,
microscope.
okay, but you can see the end of these tunnels, except
Yeah.
for the bottom left and the top right.
How do you know
that-
that that's the end of the tunnel, though? How do you know
Well,
that
because you
doesn't
see the
get you to the
light.
next part of the tunnel? And
What
yes,
if, what if it's a portal? Dun dun dun.
and then it just portals you back to where you were
mean-
before, and you try to go to
I
the
mean,
light, and it
yeah,
just
that's-
happens over and
I
over
mean, I
again.
guess that's fair.
White House made of bricks. That would be
That's
weird.
right. The
Yeah.
White House, but black. Would that work?
What?
The White House, but black. Would it understand what I mean there?
I don't think so. Is that?
I looked up penile and it worked. It kind of worked. That's one messed up penis.
I don't know what you're talking
When
about.
she does doggy style wrong.
Yeah. No. When she does the cowboy,
Yeah, the
or
cowgirl.
cowgirl, I should say.
I love that it actually worked. Like this actually. Oh,
I love the cowgirl, the reverse cowgirl,
That one's fine, but it
but
scares,
it scares me a little
Yeah,
bit. But
because
I
I'm
love
like,
it. That's why I
I'll-
kind of love it.
all it takes is just going too far, like
Up,
up my
and then
body.
down.
No, like going so up, and then they go too far this way.
Yep.
And it's like, fuck.
See what I'm afraid of, right? Is them going bouncing up. It comes out, but it
And then
doesn't
it
and then
snaps,
and then
yeah.
she comes back down on top of it and
I don't know if it'll do like made of bricks.
presidential house
It didn't look
black. I don't know.
The white. The Black House. I'll put the Black House.
White House if it was owned by Nazis. Just has a red
Nazi
banner
penguins.
swastika.
Nazi penguins.
Nazi penguins?
White House.
Aren't they already Nazis?
It might not like me putting Nazis. I don't know how to spell it. So it doesn't matter anyway.
It's Nazis.
That-
Black. You.
Not how do I spell Nazis again?
Nazis?
penguins.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Nazi penguins.
Nazis.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. Okay.
Yes, I know how to spell the Nazis. Who doesn't at this point?
I don't.
I used to whenever we.
I mean, I couldn't spell Gestapo to save my life.
I didn't even know that was a word.
Gestapo is
Gestapo,
part of the Nazi military that would oust people, like a police force that would oust Jews and stuff. What is that?
That looks like more Black House and Nazi-owned White House.
What'd you look up?
No,
The White House owned by Nazis.
It's just the White House. Joe Biden's a Nazi? I could have called it.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, the guy you accused of being a Nazi before. Nazi flag outside of the White House.
Where?
I don't know why I want this
Where are
so
we?
much. I just want to see.
Concentration camp.
No.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see what it would have looked like if the Nazis actually won the war, you know?
Nazis.
What is all of that shit? Is
I
that
don't
the.
remember
Is
what
there
was
a
that.
rainbow?
Oh, I tried to look up a different color of the White House. And it's still.
Yeah, it's just kind of obscure color. It's weird.
Nazis.
I wonder what this will pull up. This
What
one's
does it
gonna be
say?
weird. Nazis won the war.
Oh, boy. It's just gonna show a
you
map,
should look up,
probably.
nuclear fallout.
I don't know. Yeah, I might be able to. It's just gonna look really janky.
Maybe.
Oh my god, it's just a whole bunch of Nazis. the war.
Why is he
What I love
doing,
about-
like,
What
All
I
the
love.
faces are fake.
Yeah, I know with two.
Look how contorted they are.
I know, but what this AI cannot do very well is
Faces.
words. It
What?
cannot do words.
Or faces.
Yeah, the faces are pretty
at this
janky,
shit.
especially if they don't have a lot of history on the faces. One of them looked like if Hitler was Jewish, you know. Although I think he was. Like I think his mother was Jewish.
maybe.
Yeah. So maybe he's just a self-hater, you know.
I
I
don't
need to-
want to see this. Okay.
yeah, like I
That's
said,
disappointing.
yeah.
Nuclear explosion.
Yeah, you could do that. Oh, you should look up acid trip.
Oh, what if that work?
Just looking a funny woman and it doesn't show you any images. Sorry.
Acid trip.
Wait, did you hear me?
No.
I didn't think so because you didn't react to me. I said just type in a funny woman and it just doesn't show any image.
Yeah, that kind of worked.
Yeah. One of-
What the fuck that is?
That's an acid trip.
Well, I haven't sent it yet. This
Oh.
is going to be acid trip.
Acid trip.
That would be an acid trip.
It's just like
Whoa.
beakers
Yeah,
filled
would.
with clear liquid.
It
'cause
kind
that's
of
what
looked
acid-
like the penis went soft on a nuke.
Or the nuke was for some reason fired sideways, which doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
No.
It only comes up with
It
one.
worked.
Yeah, it did.
One,
It did, but there's only one. Now look up a funny woman. Just do it.
Funny woman.
Funny woman.
Could not find an image.
It's just gonna show a funny face, like a.
I
weird
think
looking-
so. I think it'll just distort a woman's face.
Or
Which?
a woman laughing. Or,
Yeah.
It's taking a little bit longer. Please, for the love of God.
I've never seen it go this long. I've never
Uh,
seen it go this long. Oh my god.
Oh God! What the fuck is all of? Why does she have so many hands?
left? What the fuck is that?
Why does she have so
Two
many
women
hands?
or is that conjoined twins with anuses in their faces? No,
Bottom right. Look at how many hands she has.
That's like 12, bro. That's like 12 of them. That looked okay. The
Nancy Pelosi.
bottom left to the left,
Nancy
she looks like
Pelosi.
Hillary Clinton that had a stroke.
Right
No,
here.
that's
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi.
Is that Nancy Pelosi?
That looks like Nancy Pelosi to me.
I can see both. It's both of them together.
Yeah. Maybe they fucked
Her smile's creepy.
Wait. Hold on. Is that a hand?
Yeah.
That's a hand
Yeah. It's
coming out of her shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Fuck.
AI doesn't exactly know what it's
apparently
doing.
that
yet.
woman right there has breasts for hands.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, these
And
are
then
so
You mean hands for? No,
breasts for hands.
it's kind of both.
Hands for breasts. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, whatever you wanna.
You stop.
Anal.
No, you can't type in anal. It's not gonna work.
I can find
Anal
something.
leakage.
I really gotta pee, so we should end stream after this one. Cause man, I drank a lot, and now I gotta pee real bad. I mean, we've been going on 2.5 hours. I mean, it's a long time to go without
I
urinating.
can make it work. Oh,
Whoa.
that's actually beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
cool.
Oh, I looked up Colorful Wave. I like that one.
Yeah, that's
And
sick.
how do you save it?
Dude, that reminds me of that obscure movie that we watched. You know that little rock that he
sick.
found that had like
Yeah.
the rainbow
That's
thing
cool,
in it,
too.
Justin?
Yeah, it is.
Justin,
Sorry, what?
you remember that
I'm
one
hypnotized.
movie, completely obscure? I can't remember what the title of it is. There's like a little rock that has that kind of color to it. It's a little rainbow
Mhm.
rock, and he uses
Yeah.
it for. And then they had the black box
Yeah.
thingy, and then I don't remember what the
Ooh,
fucking
you
movie
should
was.
look
It was a
up,
complete
planet.
trip.
You should look up planets exploding, or like
Planets colliding.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, I did. Cool. I'm gonna wait for this
Or
next one. This one's gonna be
Like a
juicy.
black hole.
This one's gonna be juicy. Oh, I didn't like it. I don't think I liked it. Yeah, I looked up sexual intercourse, but I didn't.
Nice. You went with the whole 12-year-old finding or trying to figure out where porn is.
It just goes
Boobs.
Pornhub.
No. It goes butts, boobs, girls without clothes,
Oh,
nude.
that's pretty though.
That's not colliding.
I know, but it's
No.
still pretty.
That looks like Saturn and Jupiter fucked.
Yeah, kind of.
But what's the halo? Is that supposed to be like
That's
the
a
atmosphere?
Comet. That's a comet.
Dude, okay.
That's a comet.
Planets
kinda-
colliding.
I saw, which you already know about, but and I know what that thudding was, that doom that I was hearing. It's the sync. Every time you use it for like
Oh,
2.5 seconds, it goes doom.
Yeah, it's the water pressure.
But I wasn't correlating that to the sync, and I was like, what is this thudding that I'm hearing? And it sounds what?
Planet wet. Oh, sorry, that's what I read at first. Ward tight.
They don't know how to spell shit.
War tate.
Planets.
Man.
Maybe you have to be more specific and say planet hitting planet.
Yeah, maybe. You should look up space exploding.
Space can't explode. It's literally the
I know,
absence of
shut up.
everything.
Shut up.
Dumb bitch.
Shut up. I want to see if the AI. What the?
That is technically Earth, kind of. North
Earths
America
on
doesn't look right.
It's kind of interesting.
Looks like a cartoonish Earth is meeting a realistic looking Earth.
Yeah, right.
Space.
Deadpool?
exploding. Deadpool, but black.
Why? What is this obsession but black?
Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
That looks like it's
It
farting.
It looks like stars from like the Bible or some shit.
Oh,
And then all of a
space
sudden you
explosion.
have like a
It is space
CGI
explosion.
explosion in the left corner. Much hair everywhere.
Different just by typing it differently.
Deadpool, but black.
Well, I searched it differently. I'm gonna
Black.
Black.
Deadpool.
Black Deadpool.
Okay, now let's see if this looks the same.
Why do you look like a mouse face?
So I searched it in a different way. I want to see if it's the
No,
same
you could search it
image.
the same way and it'll find different images.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you could just keep hitting generate image and it'll keep showing you the same
Well,
images.
I really like colorful waves. So I want to see some other options.
This is Deadpool. Sexy motherfucker. Deadpool.
I thought it used the same image.
Hex
if you
gonna
type
give it
the
to
same-
you. He's gonna give it to you.
Because I've done this before and it gave the
Yeah,
same
you can't sing
result.
that song on stream.
No, I guess not. It doesn't do it multiple times.
That looks like a Van Gogh painting.
Okay, the first one was
That one's-
Ooh, that looks like a cave, not a wave.
still
Yeah.
satisfying.
Look at it. Oh,
I
just
like
the colors.
First, I like the
It looks like a
first
Bob
one.
Ross painting if he actually used all the colors.
Yeah.
He likes those browns, greens, blues, and whites.
Was
You
there
know?
one more thing you wanted to search? Children dying.
No. No. That's not something I want to see.
That's
Why do I want to see it?
I know.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty.
That's cool.
It's a weird green light. What the hell? It looks like it's smiling.
Uh-oh. Unsafe content found. Please strike in with a different prompt.
Children dying.
Yeah.
Dying children.
It just shows a picture of cancer patients.
Yeah.
I didn't
But
like-
children.
Make-A-Wish
Nothing-
Foundation
does it not
applicants.
like children? Oh, it doesn't like children.
Neither do we.
What about child?
There's only one thing worse than a rapist.
A child.
It doesn't like. Okay, I was about to say
Children.
kid,
I don't think
Kid.
it will, just because it's.
boy. Okay, boy. It's probably gonna be adult boy or something.
Yeah. Captain Boy.
A furry man.
Furry?
Honestly, yeah. It probably is.
No, it's just gonna show you pictures of furries.
You think so?
Yes.
I kind of want to see.
I don't.
I kind of want to see.
Yeah, it
What the
works.
fuck?
What's with his
That
hands?
kind of looks like an ape had sex.
What the? Oh
what
my
the
god.
fuck? Yeah, it all
That's
looks like
spooky.
incest
That looks
babies.
like a kid.
That looks like a chimpanzee with the eyes, and then
That looks like a kid.
a
The eyes
malfurish brain. Like,
His
I don't know,
ears are a
I
bit
had
weird.
stroke.
They're not the same angle. And then his hands are
Whoa.
fucked.
That was fucking weird.
So AI struggles with the same thing that human beings struggle with: faces and hands.
Yeah, if you're fucking your cousin.
No, I'm saying like with art, to draw a face and to draw hands, AI struggles with it too. Well, those look like weird, obscure things that I can't see.
Yeah, that was weird. I'll put hairy man. That's probably
Hairy man?
yeah, it doesn't
He
make
said
sense.
furry
Well, it
man.
didn't work though.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't. It had two images. You were just on the one that didn't look very good.
Oh, okay.
Got to look at the bottom to see if there's not more than one image. That looks like a Muslim man.
I didn't like it, so I generated so quick.
It gave you what you wanted.
Yeah, I know.
How about hairy woman? You know.
What the fuck?
It-
Oh, there we
Oh.
go. Oh.
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
It's a bird. Oh, look at his face. He's got tits, too.
Dude, what the
What's
fuck?
happened? Dude, he looks okay. Oh, the Goonies. That guy off the Goonies.
What the fuck are his
You know,
pecs?
you know what I'm talking
And his
about?
nipples. What the
Dude, those are
fuck?
some rockin' ass nipples. And no, does he have a belly button?
No.
He doesn't have a belly button.
It also looks like he doesn't have pecs, but his hair is somehow.
bro, those nipples are like 12 times the size of yours.
Which one?
Yeah.
Him?
Those?
Yeah.
Any nipple is 12 times
But
the
at
size
least-
of mine.
Dude, that fucking happy trail.
Dude, I have
And then down to the bush.
so much.
I had sex with a girl with that much hair.
That much?
Okay, not quite, but it was
Was it your
Damn.
sister?
Oh, no.
maybe it was yours.
Now I'm curious someone else will generate.
No.
Plot twist. It was both.
No, I know my sister shaves.
Oh no. What the fuck?
Is that it?
What the
Freddie
fuck?
Mercury?
What the fuck?
Dad?
No, that would just be a picture of AIDS.
You've got AIDS. Not HIV, but full-blown AIDS. It's from Family Guy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
What the hell is that? It's just literally guys with fur coats.
I'm
on.
gonna
Sure,
jack off
it's
to
so
that.
Gay. I'm not. No, that's gay.
Oh no, I
No.
yeah.
That
That does it for me.
What was I gonna do?
I'm just looking at some weird ass shit to see if it does anything.
Hairy holes.
Poison Ivy if she was fat.
Oh no.
Pregnant Catwoman. Justin, could you look that up? Pregnant Catwoman. Wait, what are you looking up?
I don't think it's spelled pregnant right. No, I didn't.
Well, and you didn't spell Catwoman right. It's one word, bitch.
What the fuck?
It looks
It
like
said hairy holes.
that is a hairy hole. I do grant you that. Oh God.
Get manscaped.
Don't actually. I got it.
I do. I have it.
I have it. I nicked my balls.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. False
Hmm.
advertising, if you ask me. Drew
Hmm.
blood and everything.
Wait, which which one do you have? The 3.0?
The 3.
Oh,
I have the 4.0. It's actually really
God.
good. Wait,
That's
what?
not Catwoman if she's pregnant. That's just a cat lady who
Let me-
might be pregnant.
Is the cat coming out of her boobies? Or
It
her
It looks like her
stomach?
tit is large
It
enough
kind
to
of-
consume that cat,
Yeah,
and it's just one tit. It's like, what happened to the other tit? Why is it so
Catwoman,
deflated?
but pregnant. Maybe I don't know.
No.
I capitalized Catwoman. Maybe
Batman, but pregnant. No,
What
that's just
the fuck?
pregnant women.
What
You're so
the fuck, bro? That
I don't see the
woman-
left one. I
That
can't
woman
see it.
has a golf ball.
What is that?
She's lactating, bro. Leave her alone.
Well, it's birds.
And
It looks
also,
like
what's
birds.
the
It's
painting on
birds.
the right?
That's what it looks like. It's
So
birds.
apparently, it doesn't understand what Catwoman. What? Just
What
put in
cat?
Catwoman. Just put in Catwoman. See if it knows what that is.
Well, it doesn't like.
Because if it knows what Catwoman is,
Dude, I could just draw Catwoman,
but pregnant.
but pregnant.
Yeah.
Just have your wife draw Catwoman, but
That's
pregnant.
True.
If
Fact
you wanna-
that all day, every day.
Make it a T-shirt.
No, I would if I could draw, it would be literally that, but literally coming out of her vagina is just a cat, like full grown cat, like Catwoman, obvious.
Oh,
See,
okay.
it knows what Catwoman is, but it won't show it pregnant. Also, what the fuck is wrong with her boobs? She needs to get them checked out. There's several lumps, and her boobs on the left one
Just
is
more
just
to play
one
with.
single boob.
I typed it in a different.
There's also Batgirl too, technically, which looks
Yeah.
similar to, but
Maybe with Catwoman.
which I don't know if you knew this, but it's
Yo.
Catwoman is Barbara Gordon, which is Jim Gordon's daughter.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
That looks
Wow.
okay. Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
Oh, God.
That-
That's
No nipples, so technically you can show it. That's the weirdest thing. If there's no nipples, you can show it.
So if I burn my nipples off, we're good.
No, I'm talking about for a
I-
woman. For you, you can
Okay.
show it.
So, I saw this TikTok, right? And I am so happy that I did. It changed my world. But it was kind of pornish-esque in a sense,
Just kind of.
but not really.
Jessica, can you see if we
It
have
was
anyone
it was
commenting?
this insanely
Aw.
hot, attractive woman.
Man.
Uh-oh. Might have fucked up there.
Maybe.
I pressed 1, so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been going for such a long time. I don't think so. You know, it'd be funny. You know, if you end an episode, it'll pull like an image. If you don't have a thumbnail, just pull an image from it.
That
It'd be funny if
image.
that was the
Yeah.
1 second that it's like, fuck you. I figured
Yeah.
it out. It's like, oh god, no.
But anyways, I saw this and it was a very realistic Catwoman one suit, and it was
No, it gets it. Woo!
and I mean this woman's
Same thing with Poison Ivy.
it
Are you
was
kidding
it
me?
was honestly like unrealistic curves on this woman, but they were all natural, and she was just anyways.
Yeah, no. No,
It was-
Catwoman and
Man.
Ivy are probably of the superheroes that have ever been drawn are probably top as far as sexy goes.
Dude, Catwoman does it for me.
Yeah. It's just all black, you know?
Yeah, for
It's the all black tight, but with curves.
Oh, in the video game, she literally in the suit, they put in like a fake thong. Like you see, like you know, with Superman, how it looks like he has underwear on the outside. Yeah, they do that with her, but with a thong. It's weird. What are you looking up now?
all tight with curves.
Oh, for the love of God, Justin, do you want us to get banned?
Well, that could mean anything.
On your escapade, just like
Well,
trying
fine,
to
I'll press 1 just in case.
pornography. Why not just type that in? It's literally a woman with curves. That's
Yeah,
it.
How about this? Is this like black woman?
No, that looks
Catwoman.
that looks very fake.
That doesn't.
No, that
does.
just looks like a chubby girl on the left.
Not her face.
The one on the right looks like her chest is too big. You trying to find it?
Yeah.
You might want to show me after we end the streams, because let's just
try to find it.
it's just in the stream. You show me after stream, because it's not obviously something we could show on stream.
Well,
so
obviously.
if we had the goods that kept you up at night, which I doubt that they did, because no one's fucking watching, and there's multiple moments where I was like, this show is going off the rails. Fuck.
Maybe 2 years from now. We'll watch.
2 years from now?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So welcome from 2024, guys. We're watching.
No one's gonna watch our old shit. Like, I never watch anyone's old shit. I just watch
People
what they
watch-
currently made and further.
I think some people go back to old videos.
Yeah, rarely. But if you're here from the future, welcome. I don't know what the future holds if we're all dead anyway. Fuck it, I guess.
At least we're on the internet.
And hopefully in the future we have better outros, because I need to think of something before I just keep going and ramble on. If we had the goods to keep you up at night, hopefully we did. My name's Brandon. Awesome.